welcome to another episode of the playonultra podcast. This is episode 52, and this is technically our 1 year anniversary, I guess.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Where have the years gone?
We sound like those crazy girlfriends that want to celebrate everything. But this is our first date anniversary. This is our second date anniversary.
This is our first date half anniversary.
This is our anniversary when you looked into my left eye or something. I don't know.
Yeah. The first time, you made eye contact with me.
Where's our right eye anniversary? This is not normal for me. Usually I ask what you guys do, but can I say something first before?
I'll allow it.
You just did.
It's about Battleborn, but it's actually more about like companies making bad decisions, I feel. So let me know if you guys think I'm an idiot.
Okay.
After what I said, not now, right?
You fool!
So Battleborn is a $60 game. It also has a $20 season pass, right? And the season pass comes with 5 extra campaign missions.
Right off the bat? Or eventually?
It's not out yet. I don't think so.
Okay, promised 5 extra campaigns.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it also says you get hero keys. So keys to unlock any hero you want, basically. Or the 5 new heroes that is coming out. They say the 5 new free heroes that are coming out, right? So the first one just dropped. Her name is Alani. She's pretty cool. So to every other character, you have 2 ways to unlock them. One is to just increase your account level to the appropriate levels. The second one is to do a specific thing. So like kill 800 enemies or kill this, do that, do this.
Mm-hmm.
Alani doesn't have that. Alani only has either unlock her with a hero key with your season pass, or pay 47,500 credits with your in-game currency. Now, to put it into perspective, I played this game for about 50 hours, and I just got enough to unlock her. And this is one hero. The next 4 is coming out, I don't know when. So I had to play 50 freaking hours.
Or pay.
And it's not just...
They have to incentivize it.
And all these credits I just got is not just from me playing. It's also from me selling like crappy gear that I got. So if I did not play the amount of PvE that I played, I probably need to grind even more in PvP. Because loot is only available in PvE as a reward.
Right.
So, 50 hours to fucking unlock one character. And the thing is, I'm fine if this is a free-to-play game, but it's not. Because they are using the normal, either pay us money or grind really long hours.
Even in a free-to-play game, that's excessive.
Smite, I think it's like 15,000 or something to unlock one god, and you get like sometimes they do sales, so it's like 50% off.
Yeah.
And if you buy the god pack, which is $30, it unlocks current and all future gods. Like you just pay $30, which is like it's like one of the best purchases I feel for any free-to-play game that I ever played, because it just unlocks every other character. Mm-hmm. The thing is, I don't understand why the community is defending this. It's like they need to justify their purchase because Battleborn is not doing very well. Like,
yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, that's what people do when they're in denial.
It's okay to like a game and still talk about its flaws. It's not.
Of course.
No, it's not. No, it's not, Shar. What are you talking about? It's not okay.
Well, yeah, it is. Shut up.
Of course it's okay to do that. But people don't think like that. People think, I paid money for this, therefore there can't be a bad thing about it. Hence why Halo has done as well as it has over the past,
Halo,
15
Call
years.
of Duty.
No.
That from movies.
You say that, COD's purchases have always been through the roof. It's never had the fanboyery that Halo has had. Halo has the most die-hard fans out there for one of the fastest dying franchises I've ever seen. It's just because you want to be part of it, don't you? You want to think that you made the right choice. And whenever anyone slams your game, you know.
Even
you
with Battleborn
find
not
out.
doing so well with the player base, I still thought I got my money's worth. I already have like 50 hours.
Yeah, that's standard game usually.
Yeah, and I'm pretty
So-
sure I'll reach at least 60.
In Malaysia, do you use dollars? Is that your currency?
No, ringgit.
How much? So when you say dollars, you mean American dollars, right?
Yeah.
Right. So $60.
Currency of the world. What?
$60. You said the season pass is 20,
Yep.
and all you get is 5 new playable campaigns from that season pass.
Yeah, 5 or something like that.
And
And
characters,
five
right?
5 hero keys,
Got it.
which you can
5
use to
hero
unlock
keys.
any character.
But
Let's-
you kind of have to
let's-
save them for the new ones because they're
let's-
hard to get.
let's
Yeah, because they're
disband.
fucking expensive.
Let's just completely get rid of that, get that out of our mind, the whole key thing, because that's a bullshit thing anyway. That shouldn't exist. Let's just say that the $20, so that's about £14, gets you 5 new playable missions. Let's say that you bought a game for £15, $20, that only had 5 missions. That's not worth it. That's one way to look at it. A game with 5...
You mean just
play-
5 missions and no PvP, nothing?
Well,
right?
that's basically
what.
that's basically
Yeah.
what the season pass is, right? So let's say let's say it's not Battleborn, it's just a game for $20. You get 5 PvE
levels.
missions. That isn't worth it at all. That's not even
Somebody,
nearly worth it.
somebody on Twitter even asked Gearbox if they're gonna release like map packs. I'm like, no, please don't. Like,
Oh God.
this
the
game doesn't
worst
have
thing.
enough of a player base as
Yeah.
it is.
Don't fracture
Yeah.
like that. I feel like Gearbox did an insanely good job with their season passes for Borderlands 2, and then they've just been coasting on that. Because pre-sequel had like the worst season pass I've ever seen, and then, I don't know, hopefully Battleborns is at least good. I don't know.
I think
I
that
don't know.
I was watching this review of Overwatch the other day, and this dude actually made a really good point. It's an obvious point, but it's a good one. So the reason that I saw a lot of people wondering why. Do you know those people who like buying map packs? Because there are some people out there that like buying map packs. Morons, as I like to call them. Basically, there was a few people on this forum I was on that was saying, why is it such a big deal that companies like Activision and blah, 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 blah release map packs? And why is everyone so excited that Blizzard are releasing all their maps for free? Now, for anyone out there who has 3 brain cells and doesn't realise, it's because it splits up the community. That's the biggest
Yeah,
problem
horribly.
with map packs.
Yep.
I had
It's
this
like
problem
how
with
game
Call of
modes,
Duty.
too.
Yeah, because I had this problem with Call of Duty back in the day. I loved Call of Duty multiplayer in COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. I actually liked the multiplayer. It was pretty good, right? But I never bought map packs because I'm not a retard. So when it comes 3 months down the line and they've released a map pack, everyone's playing on the new maps, and it takes about 7 minutes to get a game on any of the old maps because no one plays them anymore.
Yeah.
And then when you release another map pack, let's say 70% of the people who bought the first map pack will buy the second one. So then that's another 30% of people out of those lot who probably are going to have a lot fewer people to play with. Then they release another map pack, and it just splits up the community into little segments, and that's not a good
Map
thing.
packs in Overwatch would be weird anyway, because you can't even choose which map you're on.
Exactly.
It'd be weird to have.
Yeah,
it
so it'd be
have
totally
thing anyway.
pointless.
It'd be
Well, you
kinda
can't.
weird.
You can't on Call of Duty. You can pick a
Yeah.
Oh,
group.
okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can pick a
Call of
group
Duty,
of
yeah.
maps.
I see.
But you
Yeah.
can't pick a specific map. I mean, people say what they will about Blizzard with everything that's gone off with Nostralis and that. People had a lot to say about Blizzard's decision to shut down that server, and it's brought up a lot of comments on how Activision might be influencing Blizzard. But so far, Blizzard have done a damn fine job with Overwatch, with pretty much everything. The maps are well designed. It's got enough game modes in it right now to make it feel fresh with every new game. I don't know how long that will last, but because they have 3 different game modes and about 6 or 7 different maps. That's plenty for the time being. We're already getting a new champion released in like a couple of weeks, which is cool. I haven't seen him though. I think his name's Lau. From what I've
Sounds
heard.
cool.
The new character?
Yeah. There's a new character called Lau. Basically, he's one of the 6 founding members of the Overwatch. In lore.
Okay.
But I haven't seen anything about him because it was meant to be that sniper support originally.
Right.
And that was, can you remember we were talking about it the other week? It was meant to be released on the Monday, but it just never was. Speaking of Overwatch, so they did a boo-boo on Twitter the other day. Did you see it?
No.
So they put up an update on people are wondering when Ranked's going to come into it, and they were like, Ranked's going to come into it in late July, and everyone was like, "You said it was June. Oh my god, it's being delayed." And then they put up another tweet saying, we're meant to say June. How bad is June? Calm down, everyone. It's not being delayed.
I watched Conan O'Brien play Overwatch, and it was really funny.
It was hard to watch though.
Well, so the part that was funny is this random.
He was playing with
Game of Thrones people.
He was playing with Peter Dinklage and
Cersei, whatever her name is.
A woman.
It's Cersei Lannister. I don't know her name.
It was hard
funny
to watch
because they played a game of all widows, and it just sounds like an orgy. He's like, all these gasps as they jump and run. It's just so weird.
They lined them up, didn't they? They lined up all the widowmakers and just started staring at their asses.
It's so shiny. Someone's been buffing that ass.
It was hard. I know that this sounds really elitist, and I don't mean it to sound like this, but it's really hard watching people that bad play games. I don't
because they've
find
never
it
played an FPS before, essentially.
I don't find it entertaining though. I don't find that entertaining.
I agree.
It's too much. When
the Doom review, right? You guys know about that, right?
Oh God, yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
similar.
I mean, it's funny
if you don't
to
know
a
about it, I
point.
think is it Polygon?
It was Polygon.
Polygon did a video of this guy.
I think it was IGN.
Doom,
I thought it was Polygon.
and it was so bad. The guy probably never played a first-person shooter before.
Seemed like it, or his joystick that was calibrated way off what he's used to.
It's funny. The only time bad players is ever really funny on stream and stuff like that is when they're playing against other people. Then it becomes funny because it's funny watching them get their arse kicked by all the people out there, right? That's at least kind of funny. But watching them play against AIs and stuff like that and each other, and they can barely aim. I don't see that as entertainment.
It was really funny because how are you so good? It's because he's Winston and doesn't need to aim.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. Peter Dinklage was so. I did like it though because Peter Dinklage is my man. I love Peter Dinklage. He's amazing. He's just got so much swag. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that he sounded so boring in that Destiny game.
He sounded bored in the Conan thing. Well, I right before this podcast, part of the reason I was late getting back is I saw the new X-Men movie, and the credits were longer than I thought they would be, so I was late. But friggin' Sansa Stark's in that, and I don't know what the problem is. I'm gonna choose to blame mostly the writing, followed by the directing, as opposed to her acting, because she's acting like that girl from Twilight. It's just like the most deadpan plank of wood acting ever. It's the whole movie had it. Other actors had that problem. Did I like the movie? I thought it was good. I would not recommend it. It's definitely one of the weakest Marvel movies I've seen in a while, but it had good moments.
Well, it's not really a Marvel movie.
The X-Men Marvel movie. Compared to the other X-Men movies or the Wolverines, I guess.
Okay, because I was going to say I
weaker
refuse to call
than
it
the last couple X-Men/Wolverine movies.
Oh.
I thought, in terms of writing, in terms of action and overall plot, it was fine. It's just a lot of the person-to-person dialogue was terrible.
2 of my friends really liked it.
Okay.
What?
So I didn't know.
That's weird.
It's such a horrible film.
So
I'm gonna say that I actually enjoyed my time with Batman vs Superman more.
Whoa! Holy shit! Oh no,
I'm not saying it's a better movie. I actually enjoyed it more.
You say that, but these 2 friends of mine also really liked Batman vs Superman.
Get back out of here!
You make that noise, but I've been researching this because I was really wondering what people actually, because I usually don't look up reviews and user reviews and stuff like that, but I looked it up, and you'd be surprised how many people like that movie. There are actually droves of people who like Batman versus Superman.
Which is weird because it's pretty bad.
One of my other friends saw it, and he's someone that I trust his opinion. He tends to be very good at not pandering. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's very good at... He likes intelligent plots and
saying
good
it like it
writing and
is.
stuff like that. Yeah, a bit like me. I like intelligent plots and good writing. And he despised it for one reason. The pacing apparently is all over the place.
Which one
That's
you
what I
like
heard
right now?
too.
Superman or
versus
X-Men?
Superman. Batman versus Superman. Apparently the pacing is all over the
No,
place.
it's a horrible fucking movie. I do think that Batman vs Superman is worse than X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh,
I
really?
enjoyed my time more
Well, fair enough.
because I was so disappointed with Apocalypse.
You see, with Batman vs Superman, though, that's the main
Apocalypse
problem
is
I've
weird.
heard.
Because the actor, I mean, we know him
Isaacs.
we know him from Star Wars, but I have a hard time taking him as this big, like, godlike evil being. His face looks too much like
You know
Dick
why?
Van Dyke to me. It's such a nice looking face.
You know why you have a hard time thinking of him as a big dude? Because he's not a big dude.
That's also probably
In the
it.
freaking movie, he's
He's wearing,
shorter
like,
than Magneto.
Frankenstein
For fuck's
boots.
sakes.
So I think one thing that's like a death knell for
Somebody
the
said
movie.
he looked like a Power Rangers villain.
Totally, absolutely. Like his Four Horsemen, I thought one of them was a Power Rangers villain. She looked like the new, I don't know, the green lady with the nails, whatever her name is.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite X-Men, this is complete sarcasm, is Cyclops. Everyone loves Cyclops. So you know what's better than Cyclops? Young Cyclops. Everyone loves seeing dopey young Cyclops trying to flirt with young Jean Grey. Oh god, they could just cut everything with those kids in the movie, made it less than 2.5 hours, would have been nice. Just cut all that kid bullshit, and it would have been a little nicer. Because I liked the backstory for Magneto, or the
The
early
Magneto
stuff
part
of
was really good. Can I guess
Yeah.
your favorite part? Was it the Quicksilver part?
Obviously. It
Was
wasn't
it
as good as
worth
the
the
last
price
one,
of
though.
admission?
No.
No.
It wasn't as good as
Wait.
the previous Quicksilver part was better.
Shar, did you not see Captain America yet?
Civil War?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you?
haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I haven't yet.
Cody's the only one that has seen. Okay, I was gonna say if you saw X-Men instead of that, then I'm highly disappointed in you.
Well, I
What? Say that? What?
I was gonna say
Oh, if I watch
Fine.
X-Men before...
Yes.
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I
I'm
went
gonna
and
watch
saw
Warcraft next week.
I went and saw
What did you see?
Warcraft. I went and saw
Right,
Warcraft.
you did. It's not an option for me yet.
It is amazing. It is genuinely really fucking.
It's actually getting really good viewer reviews
Yeah.
and really bad critic reviews.
It's
Because
the same
critics
with
are
X-Men
morons.
and Batman vs Superman.
The thing with the thing with World of Warcraft, and I said this in chat, but I'll say it on the podcast just to make it fucking clear. all
On
of
the
the
record.
problems I've heard with that people have had with Warcraft is that it's nothing like World of Warcraft. That's because it's not World of Warcraft, you morons. It's Warcraft. It's totally different. It's
They just called it orcs versus humans.
Exactly.
I'd watch that movie.
WoW follows on from Warcraft, but it's a totally different story. It's not the same thing at all.
It's
It's
after
like
Warcraft
complaining The
3,
Hobbit's
right?
nothing like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, World of Warcraft starts where Warcraft 3 left off. That's
Yes.
what happens. The only time it's ever different is when Warlords of Draenor comes along, because then they go on an alternate timeline. So
That's
it
like
I
fucks
didn't
you.
know
canon.
Yeah. But it was great. There was a few problems I had. No, actually, there really wasn't. There was a lot of good fan service in it. Like, there was a good Murloc sound that comes during the movie. That was pretty cool. That was great. I loved it. You just hear Murloc in the background. It was brilliant. I never found out why Dalaran was floating. That was never explained. That was never explained. They just maybe thought it looked cool, I guess. Whatever.
Do you think there's a sequel coming?
Definitely. It's called The Beginning. Of course there's a sequel coming.
They signed up
I
for 3
mean-
movies, right? Or something?
I think so, yeah.
Did you see the after the credits thing for X-Men? Just out of curiosity.
I wasted
Or you
5
didn't-
minutes of my life. Did you?
I mean, yeah, I did. There was something there.
Yeah, there was
It was a
something there.
But
There's a
what
I think
is
it's
stinger.
cool.
for like a X-23 something. I don't know. It showed them retrieving a vial of Wolverine's blood, basically.
I hate how they put them at the end of the. What is the reason for that? I don't know. I've never got that.
The Marvel movies does it better. They put it after the end of the initial credits, which is really short.
Yeah.
This one is after the actual credits.
But some of them
There's
have
two.
two. Yeah,
Yes.
some of the Marvel movies have two. After they have a they have a mid credit one and a after credit one. The after credit one is always the like really important one, which I don't like. The important ones should go in the middle, and then the fun wacky one should go at the end to bring the tone back to fun and whatever. But it's always I always have to wait like 10 minutes to see a 20-second clip. It's fucking stupid. It's I don't understand. I know that they're kind of tied to that now because that's kind of what Marvel do. They've made a name for themselves for doing that with their movies. Yeah. If you go to see a Marvel movie, you know to stay after the credits because it's fucking Marvel.
So many people didn't when I saw Civil War. Like they didn't even see the first one.
Because no one cares anymore. No one cares. You can read it when you get home. Yeah. Because you can't watch an entire movie from Cam. That's horrible. But I wouldn't mind watching a 20-second clip on Cam. I don't care that much about seeing
I'm there.
it.
I'll stay.
It's too.
I don't want to walk with the crowd anyway.
I just stay for the after. That's too long.
I will say.
Not that I don't appreciate the people making the movie. It's just.
I will say
to do in my life.
The CGI in Warcraft is immensely good. It's so good. All of the magic, because that was one of the things I was worried about, because I knew that I forgot his name. Not Karazhan, Khadgar.
Gromhell's.
Khadgar's in it, and obviously Medivh's in it. So I was really worried about how their magic would look, but it looks really fucking cool. All of the orcs look amazing. Draenei show up for all of 2 seconds. So
do they look like the first iteration of Draenei? Like the really weird kind of like just mud people?
Broken?
They're very but
they're broken.
They are, but they're more in that's more in context of what's going on in the film than anything. You don't really get to see them. But I won't spoil it because this is the last movie I want to spoil because God, you need to watch it. It's so good. The ending was tight. It was good. It was really wrapped up quite well. A few lingering questions, which is always nice for a sequel. Nothing too important, but enough to keep you interested. Like, is so and so alive, or did he really die? Classic fantasy bullshit. But it's just really, really good. I did get a couple of questions raised about are they going to bring certain aspects of the war, because when they do branch into World of Warcraft, because let's face it, they're going to do that eventually. They're going to make World of Warcraft movies. It's inevitable. Will they bring in certain characters that are kind of new to the Warcraft world? For example, Medan. Medan's only showed up in the comics so far. For anyone who doesn't know, Medan is the son of Medivh and Garona. They had a son, which was weird. So I'd be interested to see if he's in it. He probably won't be, considering he's only been in the comics so far. But, it's nice to have those questions there, at least. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It's a great movie. If you didn't like it, you just can't.
How long is it?
About 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
But the pacing's really good. Because what I like about it is that it's not a Michael Bay-ified where there's fighting going on every 3.5 seconds. But it's also not too slow. There are slow parts where there's good dialogue, good exposition, not enough dumping. Not enough. I mean, not too much dumping of the exposition, which is always great.
Oh god! In X-Men, they have Archangel. They introduce Archangel. He starts out as a new Angel guy, and his first scene, he gets his butt kicked. There's like 2 or 3 scenes that are exposition dumps, and to keep your interest during the expedition, they show like Apocalypse kind of like upgrading him in the background. You're like giving him metal wings or metal face, and it's just like, okay, exposition, you're upgrading him. I get it. Next time, finally, Archangel gets to go into combat, gets his butt kicked like instantly twice, and that's it. And like Apocalypse just goes, "You are useless." Like, yes, he shouldn't have been in the movie. He was completely useless. Like, he did nothing at all.
That is
But
what
his
one of my
transformation
friends
was
said.
pretty cool. I actually like.
I think he had one line. The
That
scene
is,
where it looked cool. He looked
That
cool.
is what one of my friends says. They said that the I don't know what scene. I'm assuming they're those scenes. He says there were 2 or 3 scenes where there was just 2 or 3 people talking for half an hour and nothing happens.
There's this great. They cut back to like, so Thanatos or Apocalypse's thing is he has like 4 horsemen, the Apocalypse, and there's like 2 or 3 times where it cuts to them all just standing on a mountain looking like a Christian rock album cover, just like standing in poses, like off in like different angles. Like, it's just like, why are you standing like that? You're too far apart to talk, but too close to like.
There was a part where Apocalypse with the three horsemen, and then I think Apocalypse opened a portal or something. No spoilers, by the way, it's fine. So he opened a portal, and then he looked back to look at somebody, right? And that scene is so weird because it seems like the actors did not know what to do with their face. It's like looking like, what the fuck?
It's like eyebrow raise.
It's just it's.
And hold on. And a lot of people said there was not enough Psylocke. Like, I don't think it would be better. I don't think.
I agree with both of that. Like, it's like, if you're gonna have her in, have more of her, but also I don't want to have more of her. So like, either put her in the movie or don't put her in the movie. Don't half-ass it like you did.
I mean,
it's very similar to Archangel.
I hate having to say this again because I've said this about 9 times, but developers. All of the developers that watch the show obviously aren't listening, so I'll say it again.
I'm talking to you.
30-minute exposition dumps is not a good way of telling a story. When are you going to learn this? It's not good. It's bad.
The exposition was just bad. Like, it wasn't even good exposition. It was bad exposition. It was very repetitive, very like, I just want to take over the world. But why? Because of blah, 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 blah.
I just,
over and over.
For example, do you know Metal Gear Solid 4? I'm always going to jump to this fucking example because why not? I was wondering the other day, I was like, how long are all the cutscenes together in Metal Gear Solid 4?
Know.
Like over 2 hours.
I will give you a guess, Phil. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Okay, I'm gonna start with 6.
No.
Hours.
No.
Oh, am I too... You're not going to tell me if I'm too high or too low?
Too low.
Too low, jeez. I guess we'll double it to 12.
Too high.
Okay. I'm going to go with 10.
8 hours.
I should have missed the difference.
Nearly 8.5 hours of cutscenes in a fucking game.
It's one
How
of the
is
biggest
that
PS3
Sorry, what
games.
in Metal Gear Solid 4?
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, yeah.
There's 8.5 hours. How is that allowed?
Are all of them... You have to encounter all of them? None of them are like side, like little, like...
I don't
radio
care.
boxes sort of. Okay.
8.5 hours is still really long.
That's true. You're not wrong.
What? That's
That's
so
why
long.
everyone's
What?
like, Hideo Kojima, just stop. Make movies.
The
You
long,
wanna make movies.
the
Yeah.
longest
I
cutscene
don't
of
think
them
his
all.
writing's very good, though.
No, it's not. He's writing
No,
terrible.
it's terrible.
His longest cutscene in that game, I think, was 51 minutes. 51 minutes.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think it was close
Can you
to an
pause
hour.
them?
Only 51.
I don't know.
Like, if you go to the bathroom, you're
You can pause
screwed.
them, you can.
51 minutes for a
Okay.
cutscene.
But whenever I play MGS, and whenever a cutscene comes up, I'm so afraid to press anything. I just don't want to reach minute 40, and then, oh shit, I skipped
Accidentally,
it. I need
yeah.
to fucking go through all that again.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
They
So I
put
just let it run.
You need to go to
they
the
might
fast
as well
forward.
just stick a movie in the middle of the game. That's basically what they're doing. They're putting an episode of House in the middle of their game, essentially. That's not okay. That's any HBO show, because they're about 54 minutes long. That's what they do. They put a HBO show in the middle of the game. That's not okay. That's too much.
And there is nothing like this in MGS5.
No.
I don't know what
See, but
happened. Did he hit his head, or I'm not sure.
Well,
I've,
there's side
I've
stuff.
the
I remember
opposite
seeing
way.
a really funny thing about hamburgers. That's a really good little, like,
Right.
voice recording about
I've
hamburgers.
heard the opposite way, though. I've heard that, because obviously with previous MGS, it was that the gameplay was really naff. Actually, in previous MGS games, the gameplay was meh, and the writing's always been terrible. But in this game, the gameplay's meant to be really good, right?
Actually, Snake Eater was really good.
But Snake Eater's good, but we let's just whenever we talk about MGS, Snake Eater's an anomaly. It's an anomaly. It's not. But I've heard the gameplay in MGS5 is really good, right?
It's good.
It's probably the best stealth game I've ever played.
But no one knows what the fuck is going on, from what I've heard, because the writing is so poor.
That is how MGS games are played.
No, but especially MGS5. Apparently, the writing is the poorest.
Actually, I was
able
to follow MGS5's story way better than the previous games. I don't know. It's just
I thought 3 was probably the easiest story to follow. And by the way, 3, though all the writing in the games are bad, I think the bad writing actually matches with Snake Eater, since it's supposed to be like that James Bondish 1960s kind of.
I think 2 had the best story. I really think 2
had
the best
story. What
the
the fuck? Get out of here. You're fired.
No, I honestly think so. I think the writing is, because the hot writing's always been bad, but I think the writing as a whole made the most sense in 2. I think as a whole, Snake Eater was by far the best game, but I think so. just like the story alone, I think the story in 2 was better. I mean, I didn't mind it as much as the others, because I can't bring myself to like Hideo Kojima's writing. It's never been good. Same with Capcom. They've always been really bad with writing as well.
Especially Resident Evil games.
Yeah, who's the dude who does Resident Evil again?
Crap.
What?
Who does Resident Evil?
The dude who does Resident Evil. Oh, he's a really big name.
This is embarrassing. I'm gonna Google it.
Oh,
you mean the movie?
No.
No.
Shinji Mikami.
Shinji Mikami. Shinji Mikami is also a terrible writer. Resident Evil has always had really bad writing, like laughably bad writing at times.
I wonder if it's a Japanese thing.
I think it might be.
I wonder if it's
like, a translation
in Japan, people like
it's
this
definitely
story.
a Japanese thing to have exposition cutscene dumps.
Yeah, but you say that, but like
writing.
Some anime, for example, have really good writing in them. So I don't think it's necessarily
some of it's really bad
thing.
too.
So, yeah, but that's just because of how much anime there is out there. It's the same with TV.
But it seems to be consistent with games.
You switch on your TV and switch to a random channel. It's most likely going to be
I never
shit.
thought that game writers are really good anyways.
Some have. Red Thread Games.
But majority are pretty bad.
Yeah.
I feel that the writers in the games industry are people that couldn't get jobs in the movie industry.
Pretty much. Because here's something interesting that links into that, actually. You say that. Do you know Pirates of the Caribbean? The movie?
Yeah.
That almost never existed. Do you know what film that was meant to be? It was meant to be a Monkey Island film.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, it was meant to be a Monkey Island film, but the writer didn't want to do Monkey Island because he didn't think the tone was right for what they wanted the vision to be. So they decided to create Pirates of the Caribbean. Originally, LucasArts was going to sell the movie rights to the makers of Pirates of the Caribbean. It was going to be a Monkey Island movie. Like, because adventure games have always had, good adventure games have always had really good writing because they have to, because the gameplay is minimal at best. So if you want a good story, you go to the adventure game department. That's why Ragnar Tornquist is a really good writer, Longest Journey. Ron Gilbert, really good writer for Monkey Island and Day of the Tentacle, Maniac Mansion, all those games. They've always had really epically good writing.
Have you bought the Day of the Tentacle Responsive version already?
I was gonna, but then I watched Day 9 play it all, so I feel kind of spoiled now. I will buy it eventually, in a few months when I forgot about all the puzzles and stuff.
Steam Summer Sale is coming up.
I might buy it in Steam Summer Sale then. Day of the Tentacle is really good though. One of my favourite games ever. It's really, really, really good. The comedy is really solid in it as well.
I'm playing a game right now I think you might like. Point-and-click adventure. I wouldn't say it's as good as any of those point-and-clicks, but it's new and not bad. It's called Demetrios, The Big Cynical Adventure. It's got a pretty good sense of humor.
What's it called?
Demetrios, Demetrios, The Big Cynical Adventure. It's on Steam.
There we go.
Demetrios.
Oh, the animation's cute.
Yeah, it's a decently well made game. I'm not sure how much it is actually.
Oh, I really like the animation actually.
Well, and there's not much animation, but it's
not the animation, the drawing, just the look, the art style. The art style is really, really cool. I think that it can't be as bad as Deponia.
It's way better than Deponia. I'd say this game is good. I would say this is a good game. I don't know that's like a masterpiece, but it's.
I still
give you the key or something, right?
They did. I got a key for it.
Oh, nice.
Is it out? It's not out, I believe.
I think it came out this week on Monday or something. My video started going up before it came out.
I still get Vietnam flashbacks of Deponia, man.
I remember watching those.
I've got PTSD from that game. Jesus Christ!
At first I was worried this would be like Deponia, and because like you start it in your apartment, and in your apartment you can click on everything, and everything has like some funny little quip going with it. Like 2 usually. You can click on things multiple times to get a couple different quips before it loops back around. But fortunately, the rest of the game's a little less busy. So it's not as bad as
I don't mind that as much as long as you can tell what's interactable and what's not. That's the biggest problem with Deponia. Because everything just blends in with everything. You don't really know what's going on.
Sometimes it's hard to know like which thing is a joke and which thing is an item you're going to need later. Like, there was a puzzle where there's a cat in your way, and you have to get the cat out of your way. And so I had like a computer mouse, and I like wiggle it in front of the cat's face, and he's like, oh, it looks interested, but not enough. I need to make it better somehow. I was like, I remember for some reason there was a bag of cat food rather, in my bathroom. And I couldn't figure out how to like rub the cat food onto the mouse at all. And it turned out what I needed to do was just go to this other place, cut a string off a thing, and tie the string to the mouse to make it longer. So like it's just completely off base with this red herring. It's happened a couple times, but nothing ruinously.
I mean, it's Day of the Tentacle
part of the challenge, I guess.
Day of the Tentacle Remaster has a really cool thing, actually. So, do you know when you go into new mode? Yeah, you can switch between old graphics and old stuff, and then new one. If you go on the new one and click Shift, I think it is, it highlights all of the objects in that room that you can interact with.
That is, there's a way to do that in this as well. But it'll highlight all the things that are interactable. It won't tell you which ones are actually useful.
No, that's fine. But as long as I know what's interactable and what's
not. Got it. That's a good point. Yeah. I've had to use it a couple of times.
Yeah. I mean, because that's the problem with cutesy art style like Deponia in this game, is that everything seems to blend into each other and it can become a bit of a clusterfuck.
Like, I just played a scene where you're tied to a chair, and it turns out, like, you can click on the chair, you can click on the floor, you can click on yourself, you can click on your ropes. It turns out the area of the chair between your legs is like a separate thing that you have to click on to like make yourself drop like something that was in your pants, like this medallion or something.
It's like, you remember that bit in Monkey Island that we played where you're in the barbershop and you have to raise the thingy up to the roof so you can get down the scissors. That was see, that's the thing. That had really clever design, and although I lost all the video for that sucked. That had some real tight design in that game. Really, really good. That's the thing that LucasArts have always been good at, though. It's good to have these quips about items and stuff. It's fun, but LucasArts know nothing you can pick up is wasted.
Remind me, what is the name? Yeah, same here. What is the name of the main character of Monkey Island? Threepwood? Guybrush Threepwood?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Okay, because there's a scene in Demetrius where you're paging through this book of like employees, and Guybrush Threepwood is one of them.
You see, he actually has a lot of thing. Here's an interesting one. There was a character in number 2 or 1, Monkey Island 1 or 2. He was called Mancomb Seepgood because Guybrush Mancomb. Mancomb, so yeah. Guybrush and Mancomb, they line up, and Seepgood instead of Threepwood. And he actually makes an appearance in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Oh, that's awesome.
In one of the missions where you have to tail someone,
cool.
You have to chase after someone. Do you know when you talk to them and then they run off and you have to chase them? One of them, the dude you have to chase, is called Mancomb Seepgood.
That's great. I love that stuff.
Oh, that's
Skyrim
really, really cool. You see, I love Easter eggs like that where, because sometimes they're a bit too obvious, but I like ones like that where only a few people who played a certain game 20 years ago will know.
Right. Honestly, I like any sort of Easter egg, I guess. Like Doom has the good one, when you fall in the lava and you get the Terminator reference and
that one was good.
Stuff like that.
How far are you from Texas?
Pretty far. If I was going to drive, I don't really know. Actually, let me Google it right now. Let me just see.
Because the Final Fantasy Distant World is going to Texas. Houston and Dallas.
That? Oh, that's the opera thing. Orchestra opera. Well, directions to Texas. Where's it going to put me in Texas? Just Texas in general. Okay, sure. It tells me it would take me, calculating, 23 hours and 19 minutes to drive. Or 5 hours to fly.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's just like it's doing traffic. There's like 1 billion accidents because it's a long stretch of road. There's like 20 accidents.
Jesus.
Oh, my gosh.
Fucking all my friends have been playing Blade and Soul.
I've heard
the
of
Korean
that.
MMO, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's
The one with the
Chinese, I
crazy
believe.
character
No, it's
customization?
Chinese. I believe
Yeah.
Blade and Soul.
That's Black Desert,
Oh,
I
that's
think.
Desert Black. Desert.
Yeah,
Black.
Black Desert.
Black
is,
Desert.
Black Desert.
Black
Korean.
Desert.
Blade and Soul's Chinese.
Okay.
Apparently, the combat system is really fucking good.
It's action, right? It's not tap based. I'm pretty sure.
It's more skill based. Like it takes a lot of skill to do all your stuff. Do you like in WoW, you'd have a rotation, and it's not like that. It's very fluid.
That's good because I get
cool.
that's kind of my death point in MMOs is when I just get bored of my rotation. Like so, like as you're leveling up, your rotation changes because you get new skills. Like it's interesting. But then I hit max level and I figure out what I like, and I get bored of just like walk up, hit these buttons, walk over to the next guys, hit these buttons. And that's why I can't play MMOs where all of the buttons are left and right click combinations. Because I get really bored of left, right, left, right, left. It's like, next thing, okay.
That's why I'm kind of simple-minded. So when I was raiding in WoW, the numbers kept me in. I always wanted to get my rotation down
WoW
flat.
is. WoW is a number cruncher MMO. While
Just
like Blade and Soul and even like Black Desert, it plays more like a Dynasty Warrior type game. So you have to like kind of think about what you're doing instead of just number crunching.
Exactly, but
WildStar was good that way.
WildStar was good that way. But for example,
we lost Jordan.
Oh, we lost Jordan.
What
again.
the fuck?
Weird. But that's what I like about WoW is the fact that I just could do my rotation over and over again and get better at it every time, and then get more DPS based on my rotation, and then I could always do the timings better to get my DPS higher. I'm very simple-minded like that.
You should just get like a gaming mouse and program a macro into like a button.
That feels like cheating.
It kind of is.
It's like I used to watch this dude on Twitch. Quite kind of a small streamer, and he was actually in the. He actually featured in like this gaming forum because he used to use macros in StarCraft 2, which fine, whatever. But then he went to a tournament, and you're banned from using macros at tournaments.
I didn't know that. And he just got destroyed. I bet
he got battered. Yeah, it's illegal. You're not illegal in terms of the rules. You're not allowed to.
Right.
You're not allowed to use macros because, for obvious reasons, when you actually think about it, of course, you're not allowed to use macros. That'd be stupid.
I'd watch a StarCraft tournament where all the players were AIs. I think that'd be interesting. I mean, not StarCraft AIs, as in player-written scripts.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
You guys want to hear a story about AI?
Sure.
I was saving it for later, but I'll just talk about it now. So it seems, let me just bring up the friggin'. A guy trained the machine to watch Blade Runner. So,
nice. It's a good one to watch.
What the fuck?
How do you have to train a machine to watch it? And just
what it does is this machine will watch a video or a movie and then try to reconstruct it, right? And the reconstruction is very, very trippy. It's like very, but it's very accurate.
Huh.
Very accurate. It's so accurate that Warner Brothers actually put out a DMCA.
Oh.
It's pretty fucking scary, actually.
Wait, isn't it just like how? It's weird because it's essentially what it's doing is doing a cover of the movie, like doing a cover of a song. It's doing a cover of the movie.
Yeah.
which I feel like should be
it's
allowed.
accurate enough for them to bring it down.
I see.
It's not back up. Because I'm guessing it's an automatic thing or something.
Huh.
It's pretty fucking cool.
I don't know enough about how it remakes
cool.
things. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I think this same machine also did a Scanner Darkly one. You guys watch that movie? It looks really cool.
I've seen it. It's a very trippy movie.
Yeah.
It's got Keanu Reeves and Robert Downey Jr.
Speaking of DMCA, I've heard that YouTube are redoing their content ID system.
Yeah, they announced
always
it
poking at
or
it.
something.
Yeah.
Thank God for that shit, yo.
We'll see how that
Yeah,
goes.
hopefully.
There's been no YouTube. I'm surprised. All the YouTube jobbers just kind of died out. Boring bastards. I've seen none. It's just kind of gone.
Oh, there's one.
Jobs?
There's one. I just found out yesterday.
What's that?
What's the guy's name? CJ So Cool. Do you guys know that channel?
I've heard. Yeah, I know.
I think I heard of it.
Is what is he? The cousin or the brother of the other guy? What's his name? Anyways, so the guy that was famous first is I can't remember his name, but all he does is reaction stuff.
Is it Jinx?
Jinx, right? If you don't know, Jinx's reaction videos is just him looking at the video and then just bye.
Pretty much.
He's basically just uploading the video again. It's really fucking dumb, and I don't know why he has like over 1 million subscribers. These people are fucking retarded.
I just watched. There was a story last week about the H3 Productions getting sued.
Yeah, getting
it's like
sued.
they seem like nice people. But I looked at their channel, like they are not funny at all. Like, why do they have 1.5 million subscribers? This is terrible content.
What, H3H3?
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like H3H3.
What the hell, man?
Listening to him talk, he seemed like really nice, and like you seem funny, but it's like I watched the actual content, like this isn't funny.
Oh, it depends. I don't like his secondary channel. I like his main channel, H3 Productions.
I see.
Because he does actual reaction videos. He shows small clips out of the video, and then he just goes over the top and reacts to it. That's kind of funny. I like H3. If you don't, know, fair enough. But,
I liked him. I didn't like his channel, sadly.
Yeah,
I'm not really
but I didn't. I don't know that I took a statistically large sample size of viewing.
The thing about
I gave up early.
The thing about Jinx as well. Jinx is really shady. So a while back, I think it was. Do you know Grade A Under A?
Yes.
Grade A Under A is a YouTuber who does really crappy drawings and then talks
with
about
MS Paint.
with MS Paint, and then just basically does like current events and stuff like that. Little rants.
Holy shit, he's huge now. I remember subscribing to him when he had like 100,000 subscribers. Now he has like 2 million. Fuck, you know.
Yeah, he's really fucking now. He's but basically Jinx did one of his videos, and first of all, Grade Under A obviously wasn't happy about this. Because the way Jinx does it is he shows the entire unedited video.
And he doesn't ask for permission.
He doesn't ask for permission, but he shows the entire that's the important part.
It's basically just him
watching the video.
There's no facial expressions. He doesn't say anything. Oh.
And then he DM'd this guy. I think this was he was talking to Jinx about it. Yeah, I think it was Jinx. So he DM'd this guy and basically saying, "What the fuck, dude? Like, can we not?" And Jinx was like, "I've hardly made any. I'm not even making money off it." And then Grade A Under A was like, "No, but even it doesn't matter." But even then, Grade A Under A was like, "You've got 500,000 views on it. Going on a usual like partnership program
rate, yeah,
it's usually like $1 per 1,000 views. That's about the average." So it was like, you at least made $500 off that video. And so Grade A Under A, I think this part was Grade A Under A as well. It was either him or PewDiePie or one of the other guys. So one of the guys he did a video of, it might have been PewDiePie thinking about it, put a thingy up, copyright thing. What is it called? A copyright claim. He put a copyright claim up, and as soon as the copyright claim passed, Jinx deleted the video.
Of course he did.
Make all the money you can, then stop. Might as well.
So he basically, as soon as he lost the right to make money, basically what he was saying was, if I can't make money off it, you can't either.
Right.
Only I can make money off of this video that isn't really mine anyway. And then he came up with some bullshit excuse saying that the reason I took it down is because PewDiePie didn't want it up.
What the
even
hell?
though PewDiePie made his feelings, or it could have been great anyway, the person made their feelings about the video known 3 weeks prior to him taking it down. There's even documented DMs of them talking about it 3 weeks before. So he knew 3 weeks in advance that the dude didn't want the video up. So it's a bit coincidental that he took it down just when the copyright claim had passed and revenue was getting redirected. That's how much of a douchebag Jinx and these other reactors are. And he did this... Oh, sorry, sure, go ahead.
So this CJ So Cool thing, which is Jinx's brother or cousin,
yeah,
he also does reaction videos and pretty much the same shit. He just looks at it and doesn't really react to anything.
Is he that camp one? He's
What?
a bit camp, isn't he? He's a bit camp.
Yeah, I don't like any of them. Yeah.
No. But he's a bit like... He's not gay. I don't want to say that's offensive.
Oh,
but he's
he
a
has
bit...
a girlfriend.
Yeah, but I know he's a bit effeminate, is what I mean. I'm just trying to see if it's the right person.
His voice sounds a bit soft, I guess.
What's his name? CJ?
CJ So Cool. So what he did was he pranked his girlfriend's kids, 3 kids, by feeding them ice cream with laxatives.
Oh shit! Ha!
That video is down, by the way, obviously. But people have re-uploaded it and reacted to it, so that video is up everywhere. So laxatives, not to 13-year-olds, by the way, to like fucking 5-year-olds and shit. They cried because it hurt so bad. And he fucking videotaped, he fucking filmed them on the toilet seat, using a smiley face to block their privates. There was even the eldest child. I'm not sure how old she was. She probably looked 11 or 10. She was completely naked, and she was videotaping as he was using the smiley face to... Oh, fucking hell. So it's child abuse, child pornography, basically,
Right.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he brought that video down. His girlfriend, which is the mother to these fucking kids, then uploaded a video saying, it's actually not so bad, blah, 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 defending him, basically. And that video is also down.
Oh my god, that's like child abuse. What the fuck?
You know what's funny?
It is.
You know what's funny? I was walking with my girlfriend yesterday in a shopping mall. We went to a pet store because we like animals. So there was a tortoise, a really, really, really cute tortoise, and it says there, requires license to own. I'm like, this motherfucking tortoise, I need a license to own, and these motherfuckers don't need a license to own kids?
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
hell.
a
Yeah.
sad thing.
We should have exams
That's what I said.
if you want to have
Especially
kids.
with that incident with the
If you
gorilla
fail, you
at
can
the
have a
zoo.
cat, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you can have a cat.
How fucking parents?
That brings into question a lot of sketchy
Fuck
ethical.
these people.
Yeah.
Fucking retards.
I agree, but that does bring into play a lot of ethical problems with that.
Yeah.
You can't really stop people from having kids. Technically, it's against human rights.
China did it.
So, interesting question.
China's
In
not
Mass
really
Effect 2, did you choose to sterilize the Krogans or not?
I don't
Because if you
remember.
did, you're a monster.
I don't think
I
I
remember
did.
which one I chose.
I don't think I
I need to
did.
play that again.
My friend was trying to tell me it was a good idea because they take over the galaxy. I'm like, yeah, but it's immoral to do it against their will.
Well, no is the
I don't
answer to
know.
that question. It's
Yeah.
really simple as that, isn't it? Really, no, it's not okay. I don't know, man. It's just all these reactors, because what they're doing is actually against the law, and I don't mean like YouTube policies. I mean it's legitimately against the law.
I wonder where it's not against the law.
China.
Almost nowhere. There's fair use laws pretty much everywhere in the world.
What kind of laws govern Antarctica?
Not really.
No, China, yeah, but most
Developed
countries
countries,
have.
I guess.
Yeah,
Developed
most countries have
Those
fair
countries
use
with those white
policies.
people.
Basically, all of Europe and all of the USA
That's
have
why I
fair
said white
use
people, right?
laws.
Did I say?
There's some not everyone's white.
By the way, Fo.
Yeah, what?
Mr. YouTube Rockstar guy. I just want to see if you're insulted with this. So I was out with my girlfriend. So we were walking in that shopping mall. They were having a Indian festival kind of thing to show off their culture, and they were selling a lot of stuff. And we bought clothes, and we plan to wear their cultural clothes. Do you feel insulted by that with cultural appropriation? Do you?
Oh yeah. Wait, what does it do with YouTube?
Do you mean
What's that to do
Indian
with
or
YouTube?
Native American?
What the hell?
Oh no, I mean real Indians. I mean.
Okay. Because
actual
Americans
Indians,
call them Indians, even though
they're not supposed
they
to.
weren't Indians. Because I love how the reason they called Indians, for anyone who doesn't know, is because when Christopher Columbus went to America, he thought it was India. He didn't. He thought it was. So he just called them Indians.
He was a pretty bad navigator then, I guess.
Pretty much. He went in the completely wrong direction.
He was pretty terrible.
He went in the wrong direction. That takes a lot of stupidity. I think it was actually a whole trip. I think he thought it was India. Turns out it wasn't. He just called everyone there Indians. And it just stuck for hundreds of years.
It's kind of like watching Americans break when it's like, would you call like a black person from the UK visiting America? You can't call them African American anymore because they're not American at all.
What you do is you call them black.
But that's offensive. You can't do that. You can't do that, Nathan. You'll trigger them.
You'll trigger them. They need to find their safe spot.
Are there any
Nathan will
people
trigger the white people.
Are there any
the
black
actual
people?
black guy.
Are there any black people? Obviously not that you know personally in the news or anything like that, or any video seen. Is there any black people you know of who don't like being called black? I've never heard.
There is.
I'm sure there is.
There's this group of really racist black people that actually calling them black is almost as bad as calling them niggers.
What do they want? What do they prefer?
They were just standing and then shouting and Asians will die, white people your time will come, blah blah blah. So they don't like people calling them black.
But it's not the reason they are legitimately black. Yeah, what do they call themselves?
They call themselves niggers, right? That's what they do.
I guess so.
Because originally it was coloured, but that's so
that
offensive.
Sounds even worse.
But that's what it was originally. You used to call them coloured people, but then they didn't like that. So then you call them African Americans.
If we're gonna call a Chinese, a Japanese, a Korean, doesn't matter which country they come from, Asians, why can't we just call the black people Africans?
Yeah, pretty much.
And from there, you call Asian Americans Asians anyways.
No. But so is every other human being on the planet, sure.
Haha.
I'm talking about originality from the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is everyone
not genetically.
on the planet.
Not genetically.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, not all black people originate from Africa, though.
Exactly. Why can't we just call them black?
Well, I do. Because that's exactly what...
I guess it's the minority thing. The minority...
I don't understand
that. I don't get offended when someone calls me white. I don't
because African American was the next one.
I know.
African American was the next one, but then people don't like being called people don't like being called African American anymore, really. And so what is the left?
Black.
Human.
I have no idea.
Dude, I don't know.
We're all just a bunch of humans.
And yeah, if you're from the UK, what are you supposed to call a black guy? You just call him not white.
I love Stephen
European.
K. Amos's bit when he was in America, and then the people just freak out with his accent.
I've seen that bit.
It's very good. I like him a lot.
He's a black stand-up comic, but he has like a really strong English accent.
Stephen K. Amos.
Stephen K. Amos.
I
love that. I like Stephen K. Amos. Good.
Could you please direct me to the nearest, Starbucks? Like, you're talking so good and fancy. With this southern accent.
I like Reginald D. Hunter. There's a show over here.
He's American, right? I'm pretty. Yeah, he's American.
Have you ever seen a show called Would I Lie to You?
Would I Lie to
Yes.
You? Sounds familiar.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, Would I Lie to You is a panel show. It's a panel show where the whole objective is you have to convince someone of a statement that may be false. So you get something, you've never seen this statement before, you have to read it out and then convince people it's true. and then they have to guess whether it's true or false. So he was sat there, and one of the ones he did, he was like, the D in Reginald D. Hunter stands for delicious. And everyone was like, why? He was like, there's a lot of respected people in the African American community called delicious. And then eventually he was like, Reginald means wise or mighty power in German, and delicious means very tasty. It's just absolutely brilliant. It was like, I've got sisters, one's called Oliver, I've got Karen, Scrumptious, and just started naming adjectives. He's a very intelligent man. I really like Reginald D. Hunter. I think he also called the Irish the blacks of Europe. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Oh, Jesus.
I think it was him. For anyone who doesn't know, that isn't me saying that. I would like to preface it by saying that. There is a common analogy within the UK that's the case. I'm not saying it's correct, it obviously isn't, it's very offensive, but it's a statement that's often made, that the Irish are the blacks of Europe. Which it's obviously very, very offensive. I think it was him who said that, because he's obviously a black guy, so I think you know what comedians are like, as soon as they've got something like that in the belt, they just run with it, really, don't they? Because they can.
Gets a reaction.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this before, I don't really think there's anything that you can't say on stage. I don't believe. If you're a stand-up comedian, I think you should be allowed to say anything.
Louis C.K. said nigger a few times.
It was really funny. A few times. He's done it a lot of times.
He's really funny. I just don't understand why the black people in America, they want to take that word and turn it into a positive, but they don't like it when anybody calls them that, even in a positive way, like if it's a really close friend or something.
Well, some people.
You say you don't want to give power to the word, and yet you're giving power to the word. It's fucking retarded.
I mean, I can remember
you don't
there was
see Malaysians killing Japanese, right? Even after what they did to us.
I suppose.
Yeah. It's just
you
petty.
Fucking grow up, for fuck's sakes.
It's petty.
I can remember there was this HBO special called Talking Funny. It had Seinfeld, Ricky Gervais, Louis C.K. and Chris Rock. And Chris Rock was talking. It's a great lineup. Chris Rock was talking about how Louis C.K. is the blackest white guy he's ever met. He was like, he says that word on stage and don't give a fuck. And he was like, yeah, I'd say when I put on my shoes, you know. Louis C.K. says it an awful lot on stage, and gets away with it, because he's funny.
He's really
That's really what it comes down to. He's one of the funniest men on the planet at the minute.
It doesn't come off as like insulting or aggressive, I guess.
No, yeah, I suppose.
That's the thing.
It's very
it shouldn't be the word. It should be the context of how you use the word.
Yeah.
Right. That's
like the
very
great
important.
George Carlin said. It's the context. The context. So anyways, I don't know how the fuck we from Battleborn's new character to all the way to black people. I'm not sure how we did that. Anyways,
I don't know why you're so surprised, Shar. We do this every week.
Yeah.
So Nathan's week was Overwatch and Warcraft.
Pretty much.
Jonathan, what's your week apart from that adventure game?
Let's see. I played
Buying Overwatch.
Yeah.
Was that your week?
I played a game called Cavern of Flight, which is from I'll Let 'em Gear their Game Jam 35. It's it starts off like Limbo, so it's like a side-scrolling platformer,
Black and white.
but black and white essentially, different shades of black. Maybe black and blue, I guess.
Yeah.
But where Limbo's almost like a two-dimensional walking simulator in a lot of ways. There's minimal puzzles and jumping involved. This is a lot more of avoidance, because basically you're going through a series of rooms where all you have is a little flashlight. It's a two side-scroller, and there's spiders in the rooms with you, and the spiders don't like the light. So you're trying to get them back with the light, and so you can get to the other side of the room, kind of thing. Some rooms with multiple spiders. They're very quick. They're very big. They fill the entire corridors.
I hate spiders.
But it was pretty. It made me. It got me good a couple times. Like, how'd the spider get there? It made me flinch real hard. And then I played a small game called Shrubnot, which is kind of the same thing, but instead of being a horror jump game, it's kind of just like a 2-dimensional exploring platform game where the main mechanic is you have a grappling hook that pulls you around or switches you with blocks and that kind of thing. Not a very full week. I played a lot of Demetrius. Fanime was good. I went Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, I did
hentai panel.
Yeah, Saturday I did McCree cosplay. People were always asking what time it was.
Hi.
And what did you say?
It's high noon.
Nice. Did you make it yourself or what?
Well, basically, I have a Good, the Bad, and the Ugly cosplay. So I just made a Banff belt buckle out of cardboard, and I put the Overwatch symbol on my hat, and people got it.
Awesome.
So I was more like a steampunk McCree, because like for the robot hand, I have like a steampunk glove, and I put on like a leather gauntlet kind of thing. So like my left arm is all kind of like steampunk robot.
Nice.
So some people didn't get it, but more than one person got it. So that was good enough for me because I threw it together the day before. And then Sunday I did David Bowie, like I always do. So that was fun.
What time
and then, as you mentioned, on Saturday I went to the bad hentai panel, which was hilarious. So much bad hentai.
I actually played an indie game this week.
Do tell.
It's a very popular one. You won't be surprised.
I saw you playing FTL.
Undertale.
FTL.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, FTL. Nice.
You played it before, right? It's not your first time.
Yeah, but I've spent more
Never really
time
got
on it
into
this
it?
time than
Right.
I spent about 7 hours yesterday playing FTL.
What made you like
Nice.
stop Overwatch?
I just need a
what
break.
tore you
I'm level
away?
50 at the minute, or 40. I've played it. Not that I'm getting bored of it. I just thought, you know what?
Sure.
Take a break for a bit.
But that's a good thing about Overwatch. You can just take a break whenever and play whatever else.
Because the match is only 10, 15 minutes long. Just take a break. And played FTL. Really enjoying it. I hate it at the same time, though.
I've never beaten it.
Yep.
I beat it. I
It's too
got
hard
to
for
the...
me.
In the last 2 runs, I got to the last stage of the flagship.
Yeah, I've gotten that far, but
And died.
pretty frustrating.
That game's hard, man.
It is.
Very, very hard. I'm playing as the stealth ship at the minute that has no shields. Jesus
I don't
Christ.
remember.
It's very hard. I've played Papers, Please as well. That's
Nice.
weird. That's a very good game. I like
Very
Papers,
good
Please.
game.
It's a very good game that I can't really bring myself to play because it's too stressful. I get too emotionally involved.
It is very like the storytelling in it's really, really good.
But that's why it's such a good gem because like this game makes me feel like this is like if games are art, Papers, Please is a good example of that.
Such a good
So,
game.
yeah.
Love
Me
that
playing
intro
indie games.
music.
Look at me.
And you being all hipster and shit.
I know, right?
I think isn't Longest Journey.
Were you playing
indie,
it
or no?
at a Starbucks or a coffee place or something?
Ha! He's playing it on a typewriter.
What were we saying, bro? Isn't Longest Journey what?
Isn't Longest Journey indie technically or no?
Technically.
It's like double A.
It depends.
Most
like,
adventure
Sure,
games are
okay, it's on the
technically indie,
edge.
No, the Longest Journey wasn't. That was Funcom.
Okay, yes, that's not indie.
And so was Dreamfall. Dreamfall Chapters is done by Red Thread Studios, which has about 12 developers. So maybe you can classify this latest one as an indie game. I wouldn't, though. It looks way too pretty for an indie game. The content in it's a bit too much that you'd expect from an indie game.
Wasn't Funcom the one that did the Secret World, that MMO? That really weird MMO?
Did they do that? I remember that.
I think they
MMO.
published
Yeah, I
it.
can't remember. But I remember that game.
Well, they went bust, didn't they? Funcom. They're not a thing anymore.
Not sure.
I don't know.
They either that or they sold the rights to The Longest Journey to Ragnar Tornquist.
Probably.
Maybe. I'm not sure. We
Well, if you
got
like-
sorry.
No, sorry, go ahead. I was going to tangent.
We got a pre-release date announcement from Dreamfall Chapters.
Ooh.
They're dragging this fucking out. They said by Friday, by next Friday, by the 11th of June, we will know when it's coming out.
Okay.
But Red Thread Games have a habit of never releasing a release date until it's really close. because they like to hit the release date on mark. So they'll usually release the release date 2 or 3 weeks before it's coming out. So I can only assume it's going to be about 3 weeks away until I can finally finish this fucking game that I've been waiting for 7 years. Oh, God. I just want it in my life. And then Shar can play it and we can chat about how great it is. And then maybe I can do a review of it because I've been wanting to do that forever. So much questions. I can only assume that this one's going to be longer than all the others. Because the last one took 6 months, and 3 months of that was fiddling around with Unity 5. This one's been 5 months. Over 6 months of just developing. So I assume it's going to be much longer than the others, which would be nice, because there's so many questions to be answered. But yeah.
Oh, I just want to clarify something. I'm not trying to say that people should use the word nigger in a bad way. if what's that Kramer guy? What's his name?
Oh,
his name's Kramer.
Yeah, just call him Kramer.
You know what he did, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is bad. That is bad. I'm just saying you shouldn't give power to the word. That's all.
That must have been racking your brain for the past 5 minutes.
So what else did you play for? Any hentai? Any good hentai to recommend?
No, I think there's a lot of One Punch Man cosplay.
Can you please tell me the name of the big celery man with the black hole butthole thing?
I don't know the name of it.
God damn it!
It was like
50-foot celery man.
It was from a show that was a bunch of shorts. So like the giant celery man was one of the shorts, like part of an episode, part of a season of bad hentai like that. Yeah, they get it with a lot of really garbage stuff. Like, there's bestiality, but it's not bestiality because the cat is actually an angel or something shit like that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Did you take pictures of your McCree?
I didn't take pictures of my McCree. I don't know if there are any pictures. It wasn't good enough to be worth taking pictures of.
Nobody going up touching your butt and shit?
No. I mean, people take pictures with Bowie. I don't think anybody took pictures with the McCree, really. Or one person took a picture of it. Because I had a banana in my holster because I'd previously gotten in trouble at Fanime because my prop gun is too heavy, real? Apparently. Yeah, it looks too real. It's too heavy. I don't know. So I just put a banana in there. A fake banana.
Wow, stun somebody and shoot someone with a banana.
Does he bite the...
I had a cigar.
Oh, yeah.
I had a fake cigar.
What does he have in his mouth in the game?
It's a cigar. Yeah.
I was thinking he was biting that wheat thing.
Oh, okay. No,
this isn't League of Legends. They're not going to fucking censor him that much.
I didn't see a ton of Overwatch cosplay. I think I saw a couple Reapers. I might have seen a Tracer. That's pretty much it. Oh, no, there was one Mercy.
Mercy must have been good. That's good cosplay.
Doing the wings and stuff.
Oh, yeah, and of course there's a couple out of suit divas.
Oh, of course.
And one Mai, but the Mai didn't look like a Mai, really. I could only tell she was a Mai because she was with the diva.
Do you mean May?
Yes.
May.
Oh, yeah, the ice chick.
You racist.
The Eskimo. That's racist to say, right? Eskimo's a racist word?
Why is Eskimo a racist word?
Well, she's Chinese.
I don't know, so...
She's Chinese, though.
Is she?
Yeah.
But she's ice powers. There's no ice in China, right?
Well, she doesn't have ice powers. She has a nice. She has a nice
really cold
gun.
places in China.
I know.
And she has a nice gun. She doesn't fire out of a beer hand's foe.
Actually, that's a big problem with the Mr. Freeze in the Batman show I'm watching. Is he fires ice out of his hands? It's like, no, Mr. Freeze doesn't have ice powers.
He just loves ice.
He just he has to live in ice.
I don't think Eskimo is a racist word.
No.
Inuit is it Inuit?
I apologize if it is.
Inuit.
What's the difference, by the way? Inuit and Eskimos?
I would have guessed Inuit.
Eskimo is a specific tribe. Inuit is a race.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I would expect Jordan to know, if anybody, because he's the closest to the word.
They're up north.
You've been there, right?
Oh yeah, all the time. Just drive up there. It only takes an hour.
Go in the igloos.
I'm not going up there. Yeah. Everyone lives in an igloo, and there's no indoor plumbing, so have fun with that.
Everyone lives in an igloo, just one igloo, just one massive
just
igloo.
the one master igloo.
That would be fucking cool, actually. Have one big ass igloo.
There's this bar in London. Oh, Sorry.
Anything noteworthy? I don't think I did anything terribly noteworthy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just job hunting still. That took a lot of my time. Saw X-Men. That's it. Yeah, Jordan.
What did you do other than Overwatch?
Well, obviously Overwatch, but I actually started playing Fallout 4 again.
Oh, right. We're 14, you mean?
What's that?
What was it? What is it? Final
I
Fantasy
said
14?
no. I said Fallout 4.
Oh, Fallout 4.
Yeah, I got it for PC because I really wanted to mod it. I've been watching modding videos for Fallout 4, and it's got me now wanting to mod Fallout. Like, I still like my Xbox One version. It's still really good, but I just want to mod it. And then, yes, Final Fantasy 14. I'm trying to make as much gil as I can before the next patch because they're expanding the housing, and I want to buy a house.
You know, a house.
Yeah.
A virtual house.
Yeah. And besides that, I actually started playing Pokemon again.
Oh.
Just casually trying to get shiny type Pokemon. And, just building different teams, fighting against other people online. I'm really excited for Sun and Moon, but it's so far away.
Omega Ruby? Alpha Sapphire?
Alpha Sapphire, yeah. That's the one I'm playing right now. Yeah.
There's actually a fan-made Pokemon game. I can't remember. Pokemon Phoenix Rising. It's not out yet. It's being made, and it seems like a huge project with a lot of people working on it. Seems like a really good one.
Is it like a GBA-ish kind of Pokemon? I
can't remember what's so special about it. I think they say the writing is more matured or something. I'm not sure.
Holy shit.
Have you caught Jirachi on Ruby and Sapphire?
No, not yet.
Have you seen what you have to do to catch Jirachi?
No.
Right. Your save game file has to be a year old. So from the date that you start the save game. Well, I'm assuming you can do that. And then once it's a year old, you go to the space station, and then it sends you up in space, and you can catch Jirachi.
That's cool. There's a lot of cool things like that in Pokemon. I remember in Black and White version for the DS, certain Pokemon only come out during the seasons. So there's summer, spring, winter. Cool. So I would just set my DS's month differently if I wanted to catch a different type of Pokemon. It's kind of cool how it does stuff like that. I mean, it's a little bit more innovative than what they usually do.
Pokemon goes out soon, right? Pokemon goes out soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're having a really minimal closed beta with only a few hundred people.
It's really small. I would love to get in that beta, but fuck yeah, right.
You're not getting in.
I think that's gonna be really cool when it comes out. I just hope they do it right. That's all.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much my week. I'm excited to go see WoW next week.
No, it's Warcraft.
See WoW next week.
Wow. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be disappointed because there was no undead and no fucking Pandaren. What kind of movie is this? Hacks.
Oh, I will fly to Canada and punch you in the nose.
No, I know it's not gonna be WoW.
I know, but
I'm excited for it. I'm actually excited for it.
You should be. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome.
Are you gonna watch it, Fo?
I don't know. Eventually.
What the hell, man? You go see X-Men, but you won't go see that?
Right.
What the actual fuck, though?
I never played Warcraft 1. I don't know. I'm not as invested in it.
To be honest, I never played Warcraft 1 or 2. I only played 3.
Yeah, 3 was my first one.
The story's still awesome. It's okay.
I mean,
what else comes? I need to see what it competes with. That's the main thing with the competition. I'm already 2 movies behind. Even though I saw X-Men, I still need to see Jungle Book and
I want to watch that.
Popstar just came out.
Oh, Tarzan's coming out as well, isn't it?
I don't care about that.
What?
I don't know anything about it. It could
it's
be good,
It's a live action Tarzan movie.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know who's in it though.
I don't know, but
it seems kind of edgy.
A
bit like Jungle Book.
Like every movie these days.
Yeah, they take something that was lighthearted and let's make it edgy because it's cool.
That reminds me though, the Preacher pilot last Sunday. very good, very worth watching.
Oh yeah, Preach is very good. Yeah,
it's not like that close to the comics in terms of events that happen, but it's very true to the characters and very entertaining.
Is it Netflix? No, it's not, right?
No, it's like AMC, yeah.
Goddamn AMC.
But yeah, I'm very entertained by
it. Has Samuel L. Jackson, Margot Robbie.
Oh, you're talking about Tarzan?
Alexander Skarsgård. Jimon Honsu. Christoph Waltz is the bad guy, which is cool. They have pretty good cast.
Hunter?
Actually.
I'm just picturing him like doing his Hook performance again because he was pretty bad. It's like, although he was entertainingly bad in that Peter Pan Hook thing he did.
I don't think it wasn't that bad for what the movie was.
That's true.
I mean, the movie was kind of ridiculous, period. With all the characters.
A TV movie, yeah.
I like Christoph Waltz. I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, Christoph Waltz. Oh, god dang it. I was thinking Christopher Walken. Yeah, Christoph Waltz is great.
Okay.
Christoph Waltz is...
Yeah, Christopher Walken.
Christopher
Walken is terrible. Like, how can I with this?
Are you for real?
Yeah.
You kind of ironically like Christopher Walken.
No, I don't like him.
Old Walken's good.
I don't like him.
Christopher Walken is a great actor.
Young Walken is good. Old Walken's a little silly,
I feel like he might be a robot. I think he's a robot.
Are we okay here? Christopher Walken is amazing.
Oh my fucking god.
He's got one of the best voices in the world.
I don't mind his voice. It's just when he's in stuff, I'm just like he just seems awkward. He just seems really awkward.
He was good in Seven Psychopaths. That was very good.
That was fine.
He played the dad, right? Of was it Hairspray or something?
Yeah.
Was he in Hairspray?
He was great in Hairspray.
I like that.
I love Hairspray. Hairspray.
I like
great.
when he plays like goofy characters.
You see, I'm a big fan of Zac Efron as well. I know I might get lynched for saying that, but I do like Zac Efron.
I think he's actually pretty good.
He's in Baywatch next, isn't he?
The movie.
Is he?
With The Rock. With The Rock. I can't wait to see that. Fucking The Rock is one of my favourite people on the planet. He's awesome. Fucking.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz is a very good actor. Christoph Waltz can do no wrong.
Yeah. He's entertaining.
I'm offended by this lynching of Christopher Walken. He's one of the most admired people in Hollywood.
Is he admired? I don't know.
I think he's like...
I just feel like most of the characters he plays... I like him a lot, don't get me wrong. I do like him, but I feel like he's so dry that you could replace him with, like, Willem Dafoe and it'd be like, a little better.
Yes, exactly.
No, but that's his thing. He's a very dry character. That's what makes him so good.
But he's miscast, I think, sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, but that's hardly his fault.
I liked him in Mousetrap. Little bit role as the mouse hunter.
Mousetrap was great. I love Mousetrap.
I remember that movie.
Mousetrap is good.
Who was
I don't know if it holds up. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Normal fat guy. I forgot his name.
Nathan Lane. I think it's Nathan Lane. And then the other guy was Sandman. I don't know his actor name.
Oh yeah.
Right. So my week. I played Battleborn, not with a new character, obviously. I actually got 2 keys from indie devs. One is called Barrier X, which is actually really good. Don't play it if you're very sensitive to like really bright colors and really bright lights.
Epileptic.
Yep.
Start having a seizure.
It's basically. Do you guys know the game Super Hexagon?
Yeah. I love Super Hexagon.
I love that developer.
It's Super Hexagon plus Audio Surf.
Audio Surf? Yeah, okay.
So you can plug in your own music and it makes a thing for it?
It's not really about the music. It's more the way the game is played. Okay. So it's all about really, really fucking fast reaction times. And it's about you moving your craft on the different rows and shit, trying to avoid the obstacles. So it's one of those like try to survive as long as you can kind of games. Like Super Hexagon. Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually really good. So that's Barrier X, and I got a key for Artificial Defense, which is a tower defense plus bombardment defense game. I guess. So you basically play like on a motherboard or something, and then there's like all these enemies coming at your like processor chip, and then you can choose to shoot your guns, which requires like energy, or you can choose to build towers, which also requires energy. I still really haven't played enough to say anything much about it, but it seems okay. It has a top-down view, but it plays much better with a controller, because when you move your mouse, you don't move the targeting. You have to use your WASD, because the targeting is just in the middle of the screen, so you have to move with WASD to move it. So using a controller feels more natural. So that's artificial defense. And you gave me a key for hero defense, which I still have no time to play yet. So many things to do. And I bought WWE 2K16. I just installed it.
I like that game.
Oh, nice.
Can't wait. It was 60% off, so what the fuck.
Goldberg's in the new one.
Yeah. So 2K16 also still have the save game bug, which when your game gets too big, it will just crash. So if you play like 100 hours, everything's gone. A lot of people are experiencing that. So I'm gonna be really careful with backing up my saves.
Yeah.
I also bought Hard Reset Redux. Can't wait for that.
I know that name for some reason.
Hard Reset is the first-person cyberpunk shooter game with all the really cool guns and shit. So Redux is the
you
Redux
mentioned
is
it
like
to me,
the
I think.
HD version, I guess. It's like
Right. Yes. You mentioned this a couple
it's like
weeks
the
ago.
director's cut, more stuff, better graphics and stuff like that. People who owns Shadow Warrior 2013 or the original Hard Reset will forever have a 85% discount.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, really good.
Have you bought Overwatch and stopped being a scrub?
No.
Buy Overwatch.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
There's 7 million players. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna go anywhere soon.
Buy
they're
it.
almost
So
all gone.
so me and Geordie have another person to play with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it soon.
Fucking letdowns. Me and him on Skype being all sociable, and you two fucking not buying Overwatch like a couple of bellends. Buy it.
Are you gonna get it for anytime soon?
Hard to say.
If this answer isn't yes, I'm going to be very angry. I'm gonna be
It's only been like
a week too long. A week too long, Fo. We finally have a game that we could play as a team, as a group.
And
I thought we all had GTA.
Yeah, but GTA, the thing about Overwatch is the ping isn't an issue. I thought it would be, but it's
GTA
not.
It is.
Because the Blizzard servers have always been very, very good. So, we finally have a game, Phil, that we can play as a team, as the playonultra
and one random person.
And 2 random people, because 6.
Oh right, I always forget it's 6.
And then fucking mow people down, but no.
Shar, I need my fucking Reinhardt. I can't bash him without you.
We have 5, right? If Jordan's girlfriend join us.
Yep.
That's true.
And if and one of my friends.
Yeah, one of his friends joins too. Cause
I have a friend who plays a lot.
see, we could literally have a six person team easily.
You wanted to say 6 man, didn't you?
Yes.
And then you were like, shit.
I was like, oh wait, I can't say it. She'll kill me.
Alright. Oh god, I'm offended by your lack of excitement about this, Phil. This is.
I'm sorry.
This
Like,
might be the best thing that's
I can
ever happened to us.
Shar. I mean, if Shar could now go back in the past, he would definitely have gotten Overwatch instead of Battleborn. I can say that safely.
Come on, you can't honestly justify buying Battleborn.
You just paid more money for a game that's not going to be as good.
Okay, I understand that $60 is the MSRP, but I did pay $40.
Okay.
You can't honestly justify buying Battleborn over Overwatch.
I actually really enjoy Battleborn.
Which
I'm
is
not saying it's a
50
bad
hours,
game.
isn't it?
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying it's a bad game.
Oh, you say
It's
because
just
of the dumb decision they're making?
I'm saying
And
can
the
it
lack of player
compete?
base?
Yeah.
Can it
it's-
compete?
It just doesn't seem like solid yet, you know?
All
Like,
of the
it
things
wasn't
I've
good.
read suggest that it can't compete with Overwatch.
But it's
I don't know personally, but
a
that's
different
what
game, though.
They are.
When I play Battleborn and I play Overwatch, I don't get that. It's not for the same reasons. I'm not sure how to say it actually.
Battleborn definitely looks a lot more hectic. I'll say that.
The visual design sucks.
Does it?
The visual.
Yeah, I watched videos of it. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Nobody knows what, especially if you're melee. If you're a melee character,
that's not a problem with League, actually.
You haven't seen this game I was playing yesterday. 6 Genjis.
It's basically It's basically League but first person, so it's kind of hard to see. It's really hard to see.
Do you know how hard it is to play against 6 Genjis?
Yeah,
I had no idea what was going on. They just walk in a line and deflect everything in the world. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. I want to kill you. They ended up winning as well.
There's quite a few videos on trying out different trying out different Overwatch
metas.
There was one video I watched. He was trying to see which ulti or skills that Genji can deflect back. That's quite a lot of stuff. It's really cool actually. Really cool.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that video. Obviously you can deflect Pharah's, Roadhog.
Don't tell me he can deflect Bastion's fucking tank turret thing.
Yep.
That would fucking
hurt. I bet
hurt.
he can.
Yep.
He can, but because but Bastion's tank shoots so slow, he pretty much can only deflect one.
Yeah. Or 2 at a push.
What does Genji's ult do?
You get a sword out and then just rape everyone in the vicinity.
Yeah, pretty much one-shot everyone.
So you can just left click to slash around you kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he can deflect.
It seems like his deflect is the most useful thing he brings to the table.
By far. He's also he can deflect Reinhardt's swipe. Power blast thingy.
Hammer thing. Yeah.
He can deflect a lot of stuff.
Does it deflect back to the source or back along its path? Like, how does the deflection work?
No, back to the source. Well, it
would turn that projectile into a friendly, basically.
Yeah.
And it will be harmful to the enemy, pretty much.
But, like, if I shoot him and then move, and then my bullet gets deflected, it'll go back to where I was standing?
I would think so, yeah. That's why Bastion
it'll go to where you're aiming.
Yeah.
So it deflects it to where you...
Well, where he's aiming.
Where he's aiming. And then he can also...
Okay, that makes otherwise it'd be OP to, like, deflect a sniper shot from behind you and kill them.
Oh, no. He can also deflect... he can deflect Hanzo's ult as well.
Yeah.
Before he turns into a dragon.
Yep. He can deflect the arrow.
So you
actually, I bet it works. It works probably the same way that Diva's bubble thing works.
Yeah.
But it reflects. Probably the same number of things, same type of thing.
Well, you can hit him from behind where it deflects.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And you can kill him. Every time I see him as Bastion, I just stop shooting. Until he turns around.
I actually I saw a GIF, I think like today or yesterday, of a Bastion kill 2 members of his team because he wouldn't stop shooting the Genji, and the Genji like deflected him and killed like 2 of the members in front of the Bastion.
Sucks.
I've done that.
The rule
is
stop shooting with Genji's deflecting.
The problem is you have to have really fast reactions because half a second of deflecting Bastion bullets can kill 1 or 2 people.
Anyone. Yeah, it kills them so fast.
It's really hard to be fast enough to stop shooting. Because obviously the only thing you get is the noise and the slashing animation.
Yeah.
So
I usually just
you have to be pretty quick. Yeah.
I got one more game that I bought. It's actually the best game I played this week. Rebel Galaxy. It's a spacefaring game where you play a dude in a ship, and you can choose to be a merchant, a pirate, or a good guy. Those kind of things. If you like Freelancer, you'll like this game a lot. And is
it top down, first person?
It's third person. You fly the ship. It's not a strategy game. It's like an action. And then there's like board side fighting mostly, and then with turrets, and then you can upgrade your ship. It's actually an indie game made by only 2 people. Fucking hell, it's really good.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of things for only 2 people. It's 50% off, so yeah, I really like it because I loved Freelancer a lot. I love that a lot. So yeah, let's get on to what's happening in the industry. So yeah, let's. So, I guess we can start with this is pretty cool actually. Ubisoft released a starter edition for Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay.
So what you get in the starter edition is pretty much the entire game, except it will come unlocked with 2 characters, and then they'll give you like 2 classes or something, and then it'll give you enough of the premium currency to unlock 2 more, and then you can play and then unlock the in-game currency to buy the other characters. It's just that it takes longer, because the normal rate is about 500 to 2,000, while this one is 12,500. So it's quite a lot, but the starter edition is only like $15 compared to $60 of the game.
That's really
so
good.
That's really cool. Yeah, unlike I believe Call of Duty did a starter edition, but it's pretty much like until level 50 or something. So this one has no cap, nothing. It's just it takes a really long time to unlock the other classes. But I think it's pretty good if you're out of cash but you really want to play the game.
Especially if you're friends.
But it's not forever though. It's only out until June 19th, and June 23rd is the Steam summer sale. So
yes, it is.
June 13th.
I forgot
June
something.
23rd.
June 23rd.
June 23rd. I'm putting that on my calendar
forgot
right
something that I did this week, by the way. I played one of the most fun games I've ever played. Have you ever heard of a game called Rock of Ages?
Yeah.
Sequel's going to be made. We're working on a sequel.
Yeah, I remember.
It's a sequel? Fuck.
Not yet. It didn't announce. They announced a sequel.
I've been playing Rock of Ages with one of my friends.
Game's good.
It's so fun. Just knocking down all the defenses, building all the mammoths to kill everything, because mammoths are OP as fucking.
It's a musical, right? I mean, not the game. Like Rock of Ages is a musical.
Oh yeah,
it's music. Yeah.
Okay.
Rock of Ages is fucking awesome game, man. You just play a big boulder that just rolls down a hill.
It's hard to describe it, because it's hard to describe, but it's hard to compare to other things, because like it's a bit like a tower defense, and then also kind of like those rolling physics-based games combined.
Really cool. I enjoyed it.
Good.
It's tagged with comedy, so I clicked on comedy. The new releases, the first one is Dark Souls 3 Season Pass. What the fuck?
The hell?
This is what happens when you give the power to tag things to users.
Oh, Atlas Reactor is free this weekend. Shout out to Atlas Reactor.
Oh yeah,
That's
the real. It's a strategy MOBA, right?
It's more like a tactics game. It's a tactics game, kind of where you enter commands. Everyone enters commands into their guys, and then they play them out in sync. So like if I tell my guy to shoot at this square, hopefully you move to that square kind of thing.
Okay.
But obviously things have AoEs and whatnot. So it's a bit like Frozen Synapse, but
Atlas
with the
Reactor.
characters of like a MOBA. Atlas Reactor.
It looks nice. It looks really nice.
What is it, free now or?
Let me check.
Oh yeah, free to play.
Should be free right now. Yeah. Okay. Good.
I might play some after the podcast, actually.
It's worth checking out.
Oh, Voltron, Legendary Defender is out for Netflix on June 10th. Can't wait for
I
that
saw
shit.
that.
What is?
That's really cool.
Voltron.
Is that
Voltron.
Transformers?
Netflix
No,
original.
it's not Transformers. I made a faux pas.
I love Voltron.
That's cool.
There's an indie game called Operation Caucasus Couscous. I don't know how to pronounce this shit.
How is it spelled?
Caucasus.
Caucasus?
Caucasus.
Couscous.
No, couscous is Cous.
So-
I know.
A caucus is a part of American political system. I'm not sure
So
what it
it's a
means
bit
as
of
a word.
it's one of those really badly made games. I don't think it's an asset flip, but it's really bad. But they're in the news today because they were saying they were giving away free keys, right, for the game on like Facebook and stuff. So somebody requested a key on Facebook, and the guy's profile has that rainbow thing to support the LGBT stuff.
Yeah.
They practically said, we are not gonna give you because we do not support LGBT. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Holy fuck, savage.
They put fuck you.
Yeah.
They legitimately put "fuck you."
Oh yeah, it's in the Facebook chat. I'm looking at it right now.
What the fuck?
Basically, hi, can I win a key, please? We're not support LGBT. Please, just fuck you.
That's professional.
What nationality?
Yeah.
Russian maybe.
That's professional.
Oh.
Oh, right, that's not a surprise.
Because
big
Russian hates LGBTs, right? Vladimir Putin.
That's why they had such a problem with putting the Olympics there, because,
Right.
And the World Cup.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
LGBT, fuck you.
So I think the World Cup is still being held.
And then they were doing damage control, saying those fuckers have been fired. This will never happen again.
No, they haven't.
I'm pretty sure it's just you. It's just you, dude.
You fucked
Did
up.
they end up giving the dude a key?
I'm not sure.
Haha.
That's even worse.
Nobody's gonna buy or work with you ever again.
Yeah. You just ruined that.
Yep.
Apart from other Russians.
Right. Okay, so this is the coolest one. It's about GOG, that store by CD Projekt, the makers of Witcher 3. So they recently announced a program called GOG Connect. And it's really fucking cool. I tried it, it works. What you can do is you can sign in. They took the Steam API and then they created a connection. So you can sign in to your Steam account on GOG, and whatever games that they offer on GOG, they have like a list of 20 games for now. So in those 20 games, if you have the copy on Steam, you also get a copy on GOG, which is really fucking cool. Because
this is only for CD Projekt Red games?
No. It's
any game.
Not for any game. There's a list.
It's on. Oh, okay.
So currently, the games are available for I think like there's only a few days left or something, because it's on time. The Witness, FTL, Van Helsing, Final Cut, Galactic Civilization 3, Trine, Saints Row 2, Shadowrun Returns, The First Witcher, Beat Trip Runner, Braid. It's not like bad games. It's like really good games. Yeah. And you get a DRM free version, and you get all the other extras, because when you buy a GOG game, sometimes you get artwork, sometimes you get wallpaper, sometimes you get soundtrack.
I was going to say, what is the point if you've
Why
already got
wouldn't
on
I
Steam,
just play it on Steam?
Yeah, if you've already got on Steam, what's the point?
Oh, it's just something extra, because there are people who use both.
Yeah, it's just a convenience factor, pretty much. Yeah,
and it is
what I'm saying though is that the only way to get a free copy on GOG is if you already have it on Steam. So if you already have it on Steam, what's the point in getting a free copy on GOG?
It's just an extra thing they're giving away.
No, I just don't see the point of it. That's all.
It's DRM free.
Yeah, so
I guess it's
GOG games are all DRM free.
There's
an actual incentive for you to do it, because it's DRM free. You get soundtrack, you get art, wallpaper. I mean, there are people who say like, "Oh, we only need Steam. Oh, fuck you, go kill yourself, GOG."
No, I wasn't trying to say. I just didn't really get the point of it. That's all. I mean,
it's a good I'm pretty sure it's also, to like, they're saying it's a way for you to like start your GOG account not with 0 games. Basically.
Yeah, that's a fair point, yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't complain when people give me free stuff. That's all.
I mean, of course not.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
DRM free and soundtrack stuff and wallpaper. Like, I use GOG quite a lot, especially for old games.
I've never used it. I don't think I've ever used it.
Because it's good. GOG does it better with old games, because they actually put in the time to make it work with current systems.
Well, it is called Good Old Games.
Yeah.
So sometimes the Steam versions don't work as well as
I mean, it's literally in the name. It's Good Old Games.
The only reason I haven't
used
GOG...
to only sell old games. Now they're starting to sell like newer stuff.
That makes sense. The only reason I haven't used it is because I don't want to have another vector for me to acquire games when I still haven't played all my Steam library.
I understand that, but then I can't understand the same people saying that and then complaining why Steam does what it does, and they say the reason is because Monopoly, like, you're supporting it. Like, you can't use that excuse. You guys realize that, right?
I get cancer every time I have to open up fucking Origin. My computer cries out in agony.
What? It's not that bad.
It is fucking that bad. It's awful.
I hate it.
It looks terrible. It runs terrible.
Your PC is way more powerful than mine.
It's so slow still.
That part was obviously a joke, Shar. I was saying that my computer doesn't like having Origin on it.
I thought you said you couldn't run it properly.
No, I can't. No, but it does run like crap. It's a very janky. Not that Steam's any better. Steam's shit. But
having to sign into Steam and then sign into Origin on top of Steam is just like, why?
And the worst part of Origin is it holds EA games. Oh God, get it away from me! Get it away from me! Like
Child of Light's the only reason.
It's going to infect my PC with AIDS.
But it's a Steam version of Child of Light. Why did you buy one?
Wait, I thought. I think of the wrong game. There was some game I played not that long ago that had me forced me to log in, and I hated it. Oh no, I'm thinking of It changed. The game changed its name. I think it used to be called Trench. It's called something else now.
Is that like Double Fine game?
Maybe it's like a World War II third-person tower defense game
where
you
a robot, right? Yeah, it's named by Double Fine. It's called Trench, but it also has another name, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool game. I saw you play that. You use it for your vlog sometime.
I think I did. Yeah, I was trying to do co-op, but nobody has it.
Yep. So yeah, that's GOG Connect. It's pretty cool. I really like it.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah. 2 more pieces left. I actually had quite a lot, but there was like really like small stuff that I didn't really want to say anything about.
I have a small thing.
Cool. Let me get to this one.
Sure.
So let me just put down the timestamp before I forget. So I think this is in China. Let me check. Yeah, it's in China, Shanghai, I think. So there is a dude. He's a Lego dude, so he's like an expert Lego builder, right? You know those people who build like super huge stuff. He built like a real life size replica of the Zootopia character, the one with the fox with a green jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Took him like 3 days of like really crazy work to do, and the kid just like that on the first day.
This is in Legoland, right?
This is in a shopping mall. I'm guessing Zootopia.
In a shopping mall.
Something.
Okay.
The Zootopia promo. The parents wanted to pay, but the guy said no. I'm like, fucking take your money, shit.
Like, I mean, for your time, that's like a lot of... For 3 days, that could be like $1,000 depending on how much he bills.
Yep. I would have kicked the face. I would have kicked the kid in the face.
Kids are the worst.
Kids, yeah.
This week's been bad for kids, just in general.
Yes,
the gorilla one, right?
There's like the gorilla story, the Japanese forest story.
What are they thinking?
Okay, I don't know about that. Tell me more.
Okay, so
there was this. Yeah, you can tell it.
All right, so basically, like these Japanese parents were.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Angry at their son because he was like throwing rocks. I think at vehicles.
At cars. It was at cars.
So they dropped him off outside and put him in a forest and drove away. And then when they came back to get him, he was lost for 7 days.
This is a bear-infested forest.
Yeah, in a bear-infested forest. And he found like some old like hut place, I guess, that
it's like a military base. Used. I don't know. Yeah.
And then some military guy found him and he was like, oh, I think people are looking for you.
Hungry.
yeah, pretty much. And then the parents are so happy that like they found him. I'm like, who the fuck does that? Like,
do you know what?
I understand. I understand the culture differences between like all races. Like, don't get me wrong, but that is just
you're gonna insult someone, so it's fine.
Yeah, it is bad parenting. Like, I know that they're very strict type people, and they it's just how it is. Like, everyone that I've seen talk about on Facebook are obviously mostly from the West, and they're just like, is this really how like parenting is in like Japan? Like, can you just get away with that kind of stuff? And because the parents didn't even get in trouble, apparently. Like, there hasn't been any like
yet.
Yeah,
the gorilla one, they're not getting in trouble too, right? Did they?
There's a petition.
If you don't know what the story is. So,
I heard they were getting sued by the...
First of all, the gorilla story is a bit more complicated than the Japanese one.
That's true.
Yes,
I would like to make that clear. It's not as cut and dry as leaving your kid in the forest to because he was throwing. The moral of that story, by the way, is don't throw rocks at cars. I think that's
Yes.
that's what I get from that. So basically, if anyone doesn't know,
Don't have Japanese
the
parents,
gorilla
though.
story, the gorilla story. A young child, the mum was being careless with him. He fell into a gorilla enclosure. The gorilla grabbed the kid by the hand. It looked like to some people it was dragging him around. Some people thought it was protecting him. It's very vague, and they ended up having
there's actually a video of a like a biologist or an expert of some expert on something.
I saw that.
Yeah.
She was saying that the gorilla was actually not being aggressive.
But I also
She was
saw
just
a
treating
bit.
the kid how the gorilla treats like others.
But I also saw another expert do an interview, and she was saying that it's not as clear cut as that.
I mean,
Well, also,
the
an
only
animal
way
being
to get him out
protective-
was to.
Kill
An animal being
what he
protective isn't necessarily a good thing either. Like, who are the famous Las Vegas like cat people?
Oh,
what?
Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah,
Siegfried
yeah,
and Roy.
Yeah.
They had a problem. I can't remember what happened, but like one of the cats was trying to protect one of them, and so it picked him up by the nape of his neck with its mouth, which is not something humans can have done to them.
Yeah.
And it really treated the back of his neck pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, they should be ashamed of themselves for shooting this gorilla." It's horrible. Don't get me wrong. It's so horrible to hear something like this, but I don't know what what else they could have done.
Well, there
It's a
is no
kid.
other way. You're
Did
right.
they say
There
why
is no
they
other
didn't
way.
choose to use
The risk
tranquilizer
is
dots?
very high.
Yeah.
No,
It
but
takes too long to act.
it takes too
The
long to
tranquilizers
act,
take too long.
and it
Right.
can
Too
cause
long.
distress, and it can
And
cause
it
distress
messes
to
it
the
up.
Go
gorilla.
berserk.
Right.
Like
If
you
you
can't
got
do
shot
that
by
stuff.
something sharp, would you like go in a fit or like what
If
would
they
you
shot
do?
me with a tranquilizer that could bring down a gorilla, I think I'll be dead.
But like,
Okay, technically speaking, yes.
it just
They could have
adds-
tried to lure it
I'm not
with a
Wolverine.
painting of a female gorilla.
It's not like I'm gonna hit with a tranquilizer. Ah, shing
would
or
just
something.
it would just aggravate the gorilla, and the gorilla would
Yeah.
end up hurting the kid. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is, I understand where people are coming from. It's a horrible thing to happen, but unfortunately, this brings up a very valuable point. You shouldn't be able to get into the enclosures. That's just
Right.
it's really as
That
simple as
that
that.
is true.
You should ask the parents. Do you want to take responsibility for the death of a gorilla or the death of your kid? You have two options here. It's up to you.
And although
But
it's sad,
Which one will get
I'd
me the
rather-
most experience points though?
Aww.
It's
That
just the fact that the
gorilla
fact of the matter is-
enclosure has been there for like 20 plus years and no one's ever fallen into it. And what I've heard, and it's always speculation, that child was a brat. And that kid,
So he deserved to die.
no, he doesn't deserve to die, but the parent does deserve to be held
Maybe.
accountable because
Oh yeah.
the kid, because there was other people obviously there watching the girls too, and
Keep
they
him
saw
on a
the
leash.
family there. The kid was telling the mother, "I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna go in there," and the mom said,
Oh,
"No, you're not. You're not going in there." And then 5 seconds later, the kid's in there. What the fuck happened in that amount of time that kid got in there? Did she
He
go
was
on her
very
phone and talk
persuasive.
on? Did she go
It's
on her
like
his
Facebook?
it's like
charisma.
Willy Wonka.
He maxed his charisma. I don't know.
Like he crawled
few,
through the bushes and got in.
Was
and
that
he fell.
was there video evidence of them talking? Or is
No,
this
this
it's
was
by speculation.
These are people that were like right beside the
Anecdotes.
family. That was
So
when the hell it happened.
there's a few problems with this story. Although I feel very sorry for the gorilla and everyone involved who had to do that, it was really the only option. I know it's sad to say,
Yeah,
because
it is.
obviously the gorilla's life matters, but you can't take the chance of it ripping a young boy to shreds. That's not okay. You can't do that. That's something you can't do.
The zoo would be
but
ruined.
the zoo,
Gorilla lives matter.
the zoo, although the zoo aren't accountable, it brings up a. It's not the first time there was that story a while back of that guy who fell into that lion enclosure.
He didn't
It was
fall.
a few weeks
he
back.
jumped in.
He
'cause
wanted to
wanted
he
to
jumped
commit
in.
Suicide.
Well, yeah,
Wanted
he
to
jumped
commit
in.
suicide.
That shouldn't be able.
That's a shitty way to go.
Yeah, that's long and painful.
sh-
That's not fast.
You shouldn't be able to
I
do
think
that.
he was mentally disturbed or something.
Probably,
Yeah.
but even what his reasons for going in there are irrelevant. You shouldn't be able to
Yes.
get in there.
It shouldn't be a possible
It-
thing
you
to
shouldn't.
happen.
You can't. You shouldn't be able to just mosey on into a lion enclosure. That's not something that should be able to happen.
But that's
so
that's the thing. Most people aren't going to go in there. And when you start building enclosures where you practically all you're looking at is fucking fence, what's the point of going to a zoo? Like,
No,
I
it's not
understand.
fence. Plexiglass and stuff like that. There's loads of things you can do to make it.
Yeah, but really,
you know.
I can understand, like, for some animals, but if you do that with all of them, like, I feel like going to a zoo is fucking pointless. I'll just watch animals on the television if I go look through the plexiglass.
Maybe we should do away with zoos.
I'll take zoos being pointless over a man or a boy losing his life any day of the week at the end of the day.
What if they're dumb?
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't. I mean, I want to agree with you. I really, really do. I mean, I know you're joking, but I really want to believe that.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, I don't give a shit whether they'll be pointless or not. People should not be allowed to possibly die in zoos. That shouldn't be something that's allowed to happen. You know,
You could put like a pit in between.
like a.
Well, sometimes
what
they do
a
that.
swamp, like a
Yeah.
But a moat on the outside of the enclosure.
But it's just like, it's just silly because this isn't the first time that people say, "Oh, this does it." Yeah, it does happen very often, but stuff like this has been in the news before. People falling into stuff in the zoos and stuff like that. It happens, and it shouldn't be allowed to happen. And for all those people saying, "Oh, they shouldn't have shot the gorilla," you're an idiot. Of course they had to.
No, I think
no
it
other
should have
way.
been. But
What if they tranked the kid?
no, I don't think the trank would work either. I think this is what should have happened. Like, yes, the kid fell in. He's fucking retard. Aw, what the hell?
Ah, Jordy.
Oh,
I was like,
bad timing.
I was on my browser then he just said fucking retard, then he stopped. And I was like, what the fuck was that about?
I wonder if he's gonna realize
That got harsh
He
quick.
really hates kids. He just said
Damn
fucking
it.
retard, then he stopped.
Damn it! You will not silence me, Cody. I will say what I have to say.
Skype hates you. Skype
So,
said, no,
as I
this
say-
guy hates kids.
This fucking gorilla, yes, had to die.
Timing was
But
perfect.
at the same time, I think that the zoo should sue the parents for a certain sum, or
For what?
like child services should be investigating what this mother does
the
with their
value
kids.
of Oka.
Because there's
River.
something
For
else
what?
going on if you don't watch a kid near a fucking 400-pound
No, but
animal.
But what would you sue them for? There's nothing
Whatever they
legally
got,
you can sue
whatever
them
they
for.
got.
You
Whatever
can't.
they
No,
got.
you can't. No. For what reason? You can't. There's no reason to
What do
sue
you mean?
them.
Yeah, they
They
killed
damaged
it.
property.
They
Essentially, they damaged zoo
No,
property.
they did.
You know how-
But
you know how
all
much it costs,
all
though?
they have to say, is, "Oh, it was an accident. He fell in." That's all you have to say.
No, like so if I
What?
accidentally
That's
spill
not
my
an
drink on the
accident.
Mona Lisa, I can get away scot free.
I mean, maybe. No,
An
probably not.
accident
But-
would be
I
a
don't think so.
kid
But is
tripping
it-
over and going in there. That's an accident. That kid.
I don't think.
I mean,
literally
without
just walked
eyewitnesses.
into there.
I mean,
You
they'd have
can
to get
be- you
eyewitnesses
can still be
to corroborate
sued
the
for
story.
accidents.
I mean,
Most car accidents still
this is
result
the
in
thing.
suing.
This is the thing. It's a
When-
trick. This is why I said it's complicated. Yeah, I mean, can you really sue the parents?
Yes, you can. It's America.
You can,
No, I'm not saying can
but
you. I mean,
should you? I guess.
yeah, I'm not saying can you. I mean, but can you? I mean,
Well, here's how you can determine that. The amount of people who
I think
signed
yes, you
that
can.
petition where they think that the parents should be accountable, then yes. Now, if no one thinks that they should be held accountable, and if the zoo went after them, then yes, I would say that is a little bit malicious. But there are people who actually agree that death of that gorilla was not needed because some parent was being
absolutely.
a retard.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm not.
I think-
by the way, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not trying to say that they shouldn't be sued. I'm just saying, I'm trying to raise a point. Is it ethical to sue them for this?
I'm just
I
saying,
think
My
so.
question
And
is there legal ground?
That's also
I think
my
so as
question.
well.
And that's
I
the
think
thing.
so.
I don't know. That's sketchy at best.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not
How-
a lawyer.
how
but-
many
That seems
times-
sketchy at best.
How many times has it got to be an accident until they say, too fucking bad, that's your own fault?
Yeah, but then you can also say that it's the zoo's fault because you shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be
But it's
able
not-
I
to
actually
get
wanted
it.
to bring up
It's not a
something.
consistent thing. People aren't always falling in that enclosure.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. You shouldn't be able.
Like,
it shouldn't be something that should
What
be
if
allowed to happen.
But like, you can't make it impossible. Like, what if I put in plexiglass and then I snuck a bomb into the zoo, blew open the plexiglass,
Yeah.
and then jumped in?
Exactly.
well, then you're
Anyways.
well, then you're clearly accountable. You took a bomb into a zoo.
I'd say that's no different than deliberately running in. I mean, that's the same kind of thing.
No, but
My bomb
like,
accidentally went off.
but
It
what?
wasn't
This is a
supposed to go
kid.
off.
to
The
start
family
with, so
said the family said they're not gonna sue, so they were actually thinking about it.
This family would sue the zoo.
An animal rights group, animal rights. There's an animal rights group that is it's called Stop Animal Exploitation Now. What? Said on Tuesday it will file a negligence complaint against the zoo. The group is seeking a maximum penalty of $10,000.
Interesting.
I've heard 15.
This also brings into account the fact that a lot of people out there think that zoos are unethical anyway.
Right.
A lot of people don't like zoos.
Yeah.
As just, and I can see why. Not with some of them. Some of them are seen.
Some of them are needed,
but,
though.
Yeah.
To fund the rehabilitation of the animals.
Exactly.
The thing is, that's the point I'm trying to make. Yes, they cause damage, but they could also argue that it's the zoo's fault for it being so easy to get in there. Because although it doesn't happen all the time, it's very easy to get into one of them enclosures. You just jump over and you're in there. That's it. You're done. You're in. Right. So it's complicated. Is my point. It's not clear cut.
I guess. It's like, so let's say if I was suicidal and I jumped off of an overpass and I landed on a car and didn't die, or if I did die, they could sue me or my family for damaging their car.
Yeah.
Only in some states.
That may be true. I don't know.
Especially, I've heard
stories like that where people in America get robbed and they shoot the robber and the robber sues them in their own home.
Sure.
So
I remember a story of a burglar falling through a skylight into the kitchen, landing on knives, suing the homeowner for booby-trapping their house and winning.
Booby-trapping their house?
They won?
Yeah, they won.
What is wrong with you people?
So part of the problem is how much information the jury is allowed to know.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much the jury is able to know going into it.
Well, if you just want a stupid example of stupid claims that won in America, just look at that woman who sued McDonald's for... she bought the hot coffee. She bought a coffee in the drive-thru, and then she put the coffee in her lap, in between her legs, drove off, and it spilled. And she said that she was suing them because the coffee was hot. What a moron!
So it's very
because
clearly
it wasn't
labeled now in a wide range
indicated
of
on the
languages.
actual drink. That's why now they only say extremely
and she
hot.
won.
And she won.
Yeah,
she won that court case.
They actually made a Seinfeld episode about that. Kramer was trying to pour coffee on him and sue money.
Silly. That's the point. The thing is,
did you say nigga in the episode?
Can you? I don't know whether the zoo would win if they claim.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't want to even attempt to make an opinion on this because I don't know what the right thing is to do.
Well, I think the family has to do something to redeem themselves because they are definitely a pariah right now.
They've got to at least take responsibility. They've got to at least take responsibility.
There's no way they're going out.
The majority are not on their side.
Yeah.
But I've always I know that you say that it doesn't happen very often, but that shouldn't be relevant at all. I make the point that if it's so easy for someone to accidentally or whatever get into one of them enclosures, that should just not be allowed to happen.
Well,
it doesn't matter whether it doesn't happen all the time.
At this point, a zoo is a zoo. If I have to look at a fucking gorilla through 10 fucking walls of cement and a little fucking piece of plexiglass this big, that's fucking retarded. At that point, I want them to sign fucking contracts saying if you jump in there, it's your own fucking fault and you're dead. Because why ruin it for everyone else?
I'd be okay with signing a waiver to get into zoos.
Yeah.
I didn't imagine it being that prohibitive. I was just thinking plexiglass is probably enough. Because you have to actively try and destroy zoo property to get into that enclosure. So that's very different from jumping in.
But like you said, there's always a way, no matter what, to get
That's
in.
fine. No, but that's different. At the minute, it's really easy, and you don't have to destroy zoo property to get into the enclosures. If you put plexiglass up, you have to actively destroy property to do so. That's very different.
I don't know that I draw the line at destroying. I think I draw the line at deliberation. Like, if I have to walk, if I have to climb over a fence, even if it's an easy fence to climb over, I have to climb over a fence versus tipping over a fence. Like, it's a low fence kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
If it all comes down to, can you accidentally fall in?
Yeah, I guess.
If you can, not
is
okay.
Important distinction.
But I go to the zoo all the time, and literally the fence only comes up to here, and I'm not gonna just
No, but if someone nudges you, or someone get pushed behind you and they knock into you, stuff like that happens all the time in public. Can you fall in? Can you accidentally fall in?
See, that's an accident. What happens
if you trip? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it brings up a good point overall. If you trip on your way to the fence, can you fall in?
I think in general, most views I've seen, you can't.
When you're thinking like that, at that point, you can walk down a street and get hit by a car. Like it's just
you can, but this is the point. Although in this case it was happened deliberately, right? If you prevent it from happening accidentally, people. I imagine if you put plexiglass up, for example, people probably will find other means of killing themselves than breaking glass at a zoo.
Yes.
And although I didn't want to make that sound so lighthearted, suicide's not something to joke about. I'm saying that it would overall make it a safer place to go. That's my point. I'm not trying to propaganda bullshit by saying zoos are awful. I don't know. I've never been. Never seen the conditions.
I've never felt in danger at a zoo.
No, neither have I.
I can't imagine you would. I mean, especially the ones in America seem to be done very well.
I mean, hell, people go to safari and it's almost it's just the same thing as the zoo. Like, it's just shitty luck, and that's what happened.
Clearly, everybody in the zoo should just be packing guns, and this would all be not a problem.
There'd be nothing left.
You fucking Second Amendment bullshit. What the fuck?
If that baby had just pulled out a Glock and blown the girl away.
My favourite part with all that Second Amendment stuff is you can't change the Second Amendment. It's called an amendment. Of course, you can. It's in the name. It's called the second change.
If you're against the Constitution, you're anti-American. It's like, you mean all those other times the founding fathers made changes to the document?
How many are there? There's like 30 or 40 or something stupid. There's loads.
I remember seeing somebody was being really outraged because I think it was Michelle Obama said the founding fathers were not American. They literally weren't American because they founded America. Yeah, exactly. Like, there was no America before they did it. It's just like, they didn't understand. It's like, oh, god dang it.
Was she making a joke or something?
I mean, I don't know the context for her saying that.
It's just, I just love that. You can't change the US Constitution. It's called an amendment. Yeah. If you want to say that in literal English, the second change. It's called a change.
Are one of the main Constitution points, like one of the core things, doesn't it like explicitly say the ability to amend it is a thing? Like,
yeah, there's also one of the biggest ones that a lot of Americans forget is that there shall be no laws that are founded on religious beliefs. That is literally in the US Constitution.
People don't seem to understand that.
You are not allowed legally to create religious laws. That's illegal.
It's a temporary ban on Muslims. It's okay if it's temporary.
Yes.
It's silly. It's absolutely silly. And I agree with that, by the way. You should never be able to create laws on religious beliefs. That's stupid.
Religion should not be in politics, period.
Religion should be
separated from the state, from education, from everything.
I don't even really like religion. I don't mind faith. I hate religion. I hate organized religion. I've always hated organized religion. It's fucking stupid.
It's boring.
Yeah, you should not be able to found laws on something that probably isn't even true. That's sorry if I offended everyone there. It's my views. Suck it up, bitches. I think that like
pray for him.
For something that's probably not true, you shouldn't be able to make laws on it. I think that's a fair assumption.
You know the Islam version of it? The hudud laws? Like, if you steal and then you have to chop off your hand and shit?
Sharia?
Yeah. There are people supporting it to bring it to Malaysia. Like, ew.
It's not just there, trust me. They're everywhere.
In the UK. In the UK.
UK is terrible. UK.
I actually saw a video of this atheist convention in
I saw that.
Melbourne or something. Yeah, I think it's in 2012. And for some reason, it just resurfaced again. So, this like Muslim protesters were like shouting like, you know, you're gonna go to hell. Christopher Hitchens is in hell, because at that time it was like only a few months after Christopher died. So and then the atheist convention goers, they were shouting it back, "Where are the women?
Where
Where are the women?" Because there's only guys.
I must say that
at Fanime, there's people who are at Fanime actually. There's people like, you're going to hell for your sins.
Wait, the Christian people or the Islam people?
The Christian people. It's like Hail Bowser, like the counter protest like starts up.
I must.
Why would liking anime gonna happen?
I don't know what their basis for their claims are. They don't go into detail for like, what sins they
don't do a seminar.
They
don't do a seminar on it.
I saw a video of this really old white lady in America, telling a Latino, a slightly like 50-year-old Latino woman, Mexican probably, you have to speak English in America. Ooh. She was speaking Spanish to her wife, to her husband and kids.
Well, it's funny because the Americans don't even really speak English, so...
You guys don't have a national language, do you? You don't really have it. Like, it's not really... It's not a national language, right?
American English.
That everybody speaks English.
No, American English is national.
I don't know if you can take a citizenship test in a language other than English.
Yeah,
but it's American English.
American English, yes, because
we spell honor with no U's.
Well, the country was founded. The country was founded by Englishmen.
You know what the funny thing is? She was saying, "You have to speak English. This is a free country." What?
What the fuck? I think that just fucked her over.
Are you off your meds? What the fuck?
And by the way, I would like to say that I hate militant atheists just nearly as much as I hate militant theists.
Blank.
I don't go around saying you will just die and not go to heaven or anything like that.
I just, like, do you know Ricky Gervais?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a bit militant.
Has anyone ever been on his Twitter? It is the cringiest thing in the world. It is horrible. It's disgusting.
Him and the what's that biologist guy?
You don't mean Richard Dawkins, do you?
Yeah.
Dawkins is Dawkins says some things that are just really awkward. Like I used to go to a convention in Las Vegas called TAM, it's the Amazing Meeting, because James the Amazing Randy hosts it. It's like an all around like skeptics convention kind of thing. You know, that they have like neurobiologists talking about how you can fabricate memories. It's kind of like, just a science skeptic convention in general.
Oh, that's the guy that disproves magic tricks or something, right? Or like psychics.
All sorts of tricks. Mostly psychic tricks. Charlatans who take advantage of people.
Right.
I actually don't like that.
He's a documentary. It's called The Honest Liar. Watch it.
My favorite one is, you know those like really old Chinese people that claim they have magnetic powers like Magneto?
Yeah.
He just puts power on them. Like,
I actually don't like those people, to be honest.
They're kind of malicious.
No, I don't like what they do. I think
they're exploitative.
I think it's completely not okay to reveal someone's tricks like that.
No. It's not magic tricks.
They're not revealing tricks.
It's revealing people who take advantage of others. Like,
this
I
is
can
like
talk to your dead wife. It's not true.
This is a guy who says, like, let's say a dowsing rod. You know, he'll disprove that dowsing rods don't work.
I thought you meant like those people who show you how magic tricks are done. I hate those motherfuckers. He really shows the people, you know, I can talk to your dead wife.
Fake healing.
He's the one that
mediums and stuff. Okay.
He's the one that won the
mediums, homeopathic.
Fucking Universe Douche Award from South Park.
Did I tell you guys about my Christian friend's little group that sort of cured an illness that shouldn't be able to be cured?
I think you mentioned this maybe.
So basically she said her group had a blind girl and then they cured her blindness. I'm like, and you're not bringing this up to any scientific community because...
That's a miracle. You can get sainted for that kind of stuff.
Right.
How did they do that? Did they just smack him in the back of the head?
They prayed, obviously. What are you talking about? They prayed. You freaking atheist, you.
Wow.
So, yeah.
But back to the Dawkins thing. There's a really bad moment once where a female speaker at TAM kind of complained about getting
harassed,
like kind of sexually harassed in an elevator. Like, I don't think it got to the point of physicality, but he got really, you know, it was a bad situation, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
And Dawkins, more or less, to paraphrase him, maybe a bit too much, I don't know. He said more or less, "Methinks the lady doth protest too much," kind of stuff. It's like, you liked it. You know, it's just like, oh God, like it wasn't him. He wasn't the one accused of it. But just like he didn't no empathy whatsoever. It was bad.
Wow.
So I lost a bit of respect for him.
Some of the stuff that Richard Dawkins says is insightful and intelligent, but sometimes he's very, very malicious in what he says, and I don't like that.
I agree.
Is,
they're very malicious, but I can understand why they're doing it. A lot of the reason why Richard Dawkins is because he doesn't want people to be taught wrong things in the classrooms. Education is a huge thing for him.
That it's alright to say that.
He does it maliciously, though. I do agree with that.
No, it's not just that. It's that doing it anyway is being especially in a public forum like Christopher Hitchens and a lot of these people do, is that they're just as bad as the people that they're raving against. One of the biggest problems is that they are spewing stuff that is untrue, but they're also going out of their way to make all of their feelings public. So it's just I don't disagree with what they say. It's just there's a time and place, and on the main stage in front of millions of people probably isn't the best way to say all this stuff, I guess. Maybe
they do it maliciously, but if there will always be like religious people preaching on stage, I'm totally fine with having the opposite.
Yeah, I'd rather there be none of that. I'd rather be none of that. Just let everyone live how they want to live. That will never happen.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
So since that's never gonna happen, I'd rather have both opinions rather than just one.
Yeah.
Christopher Hitchens was much less malicious in what he said.
He's very
definitely.
He's very articulate. That's why.
He was very. And Stephen Fry is even another step back.
Yeah, Stephen Fry is very clever. Very, very.
I like
clever.
Tim Minchin a lot right now too.
Yeah, he's more of a comedy.
He's over comic.
Yeah. Stephen Fry does it very seriously. He's a very intelligent man.
I'm sure everybody watched that video, right? Of the guy asking him like, "What would you say?
What would you do if you? What would you say to God?" He says,
"How dare you?
How dare you?" Yeah. That was a brilliant video. Very good speech. But if anyone wants to see cringeworthy atheism, just go to Ricky Gervais's Twitter page. It's full of it.
Go to our atheism.
All that. But Ricky Gervais goes in, and on Twitter, in front of millions of followers, there's just no need for it. Just keep your opinions to yourself, mate. There's no need for it whatsoever. Well, it's just whatever. But yeah.
So I mean, I don't like preaching, but I don't mind mocking other people on a Twitter page.
Yeah.
No, neither do I. Mocking is one thing, though, isn't it? Like,
I mean, you can definitely go too far with it.
Mocking is like hard. Like Tim Minchin does it very mockingly.
Sure.
Who's Ben Carson also did it a bit more malicious, but also very, very mockingly. You could still see the faint sarcasm and stuff that he put into his. Dora O'Brien is well renowned for being an atheist.
I feel like a lot of British comics are.
Yeah, because in Britain, almost no one is.
Right.
You know, anyone articulate is more likely going to be. And that's not.
How is the church surviving? How many % of you guys are atheists? A very high percentage of.
Right, depends how.
Well, I feel like Muslims are growing.
They did a poll. The amount of people who are who call themselves atheist is lower than you'd think.
Identify.
I don't like calling myself an atheist.
So here's the problem I encounter a lot is people don't identify as an atheist because they say they're an agnostic.
Oh, it's not the same thing.
Those are two separate things.
They're not the same thing.
Basically, it's a T-graph. So if you say you're Gnostic or agnostic, if you say you're Gnostic, it means I know this thing. Like,
knowledge.
So I personally am an agnostic atheist because I don't know that there is no God. I just think there is no God.
Yeah, you can be an agnostic theist. You can be an
agnostic theist. Yes. So I generally don't like anybody who's a Gnostic anything because I don't think you can know.
Exactly. Because Thingy was talking about it. Penn Jillette. That's what he was talking about. Penn Jillette was like, agnosticism deals with the knowledge of everything. Do you know? Atheism and theism
it's the religion
deals
God
with
part.
Do you believe? So he says that a lot of people out there who are agnostic usually are atheist. Usually agnostic people are atheist.
By definition, essentially, it's like, do you believe God exists? You don't know? Then you don't.
Then you don't. Yeah.
You don't believe he exists.
A
right?
proper theist is usually agnostic. Proper theists are usually
to have
agnostic.
faith. You have to know. You got to feel it in your bones.
Exactly. If you're agnostic, you're usually an atheist. Because if you don't know, you don't tend to believe. Because you're just like, you don't. Because it's those people. Oh, sorry, Shar wants to say something.
Just to butt in. For some reason, I don't know why Malaysians use this word. I guess it's the lack of the command of English, maybe. But they like to use the word free thinker a lot to call atheists.
Free thinker?
We use that here as well.
But free thinkers don't really mean atheists.
It's kind of a nonsense word.
It's a nonsense. It's a filler word.
Doesn't really mean. It just says you think with logic. That can mean anything, actually.
Yeah, that could you could literally use that for anything.
It has like a stigma. It's like we've freed our minds from the shackles of your structured thinking.
When people ask me,
you sheeple.
There are a few people that were asking me, "Am I a free thinker?" When they actually meant, "Am I an atheist?" Because they're religious. I'm like, you mean to say you don't think logically or what? What?
Yeah. People are like, oh, you should have an open mind. It's like, yeah, open it so much your brain falls out.
It's just a bit like but anyway, if anyone wants to see any of this stuff, by the way, watch Pendulet's stuff on YouTube.
He goes to TAM.
Oh, he's
actually
great.
Oh, nice.
The Friday before TAM is like his birthday, I guess. So he throws his bacon and donut party, and he plays in his band, the No God Band.
Nice.
Pendulet is brilliant. Pendulet is another one who's very articulate in what he says. He's very careful with what he says.
I don't agree with him on all of politics, but I do like a lot of everything else.
No, because he's a libertarian, isn't he?
He's super libertarian,
which I hate. I don't like libertarianism personally.
No,
at least, but the thing is, the way Pendulet talks is he's very articulate in the way he talks. So you can't even fault him for being a libertarian, because he's very because like a lot of those people who are libertarian but they don't really know why they're libertarian, they just believe that. Pendulet knows exactly what he's saying when he says he's a libertarian. He knows exactly what he believes in, and he doesn't stray from that, which I admire at least. But then it's also those people that go, I believe in capitalism. But do you really? I don't believe in capitalism, personally.
Actually, I don't know why, but one of the first things I ever kickstarted, like back in 2009 or 2010, was an art project where this guy built this big sign that says, I believe in capitalism. Or no, it was capitalism works for me. And then there's a yes and a no, and he just set it up in different cities. People would walk by, like, vote yes or no, and he just took a poll in different cities to see what people thought about capitalism.
Interesting. Because the thing is about capitalism is a complete capitalist society won't work. It wouldn't work. It really, really wouldn't. Because in America you have
all the time.
In America you have capitalist Medicare, obviously, and
currently,
because loads of people, and we all know how many people have a problem with capitalist Medicare in America. Lots of people don't like it. Lots of people do if they're rich.
Yeah.
But then imagine having a capitalist police department where you have to pay the police.
There's a really good Fry and Laurie sketch about that.
There is, yes.
Where Laurie wakes up from a coma, and so he hasn't paid any of the dues. Like, it's the Queen's Roads now. You have to pay the fine to use the Queen's Roads, and then you got in a car accident. Well, which police force do you subscribe to? Oh, they're too far away. They can't make it. That kind of stuff.
And then capitalist fire department's even worse. If you don't pay the fire department, they won't come put out a fire in your house.
And it even more incentivizes them to start fires because they get paid.
I can remember this story.
On a job basis.
I think I've said this before. There was this story a while back, very back. I think it was in America, but early America. They used to run the capitalist fire department. Very, minimalistic. But basically, they would not put out they wouldn't attempt to put out any part of the fire until it spread. Until it spread onto the neighbor's house. And if they paid fire department, they would put out the fire in their house, but not in your house.
It's actually kind of the same problems with net neutrality, a similar type of problems, just non-equality service.
So all the people out there that are like, socialism doesn't work, I hate socialism. Well, do you really? Because subscribe to a socialist police department.
Certain parts.
And a socialist fire department. So it can't be that bad. Seems to be working.
It's really
fine.
funny. My wife was telling me a story where her dad was talking about, like 2 weeks ago, this was on Reddit, you guys probably saw it, there was like a study done that showed monkeys don't like it when other monkeys are unfairly rewarded.
Oh yeah, I
and
saw
so
that.
her dad's like, sounds like Republicans. He's a Republican, but just like that's just really funny.
In the video, that thing where they give the monkey a grape and then they give the other monkey something bigger, and then she gets the grape and then throws it back at the.
This is
sounds like us.
Brilliant.
Sounds like humans.
Yeah.
So
sounds like Republicans.
You guys mentioned art project. Totally reminded me of a video I watched. So it's a room full of like fucking hipsters and like art majors and shit.
Fucking
those
hipsters.
kind of people.
Yeah.
So they were watching an art performance of this woman holding a can.
I've seen that.
It's like SpaghettiOs, right?
Ink
No.
spaghetti.
I've seen this.
Is it?
I've seen this.
No, is it spaghetti? It's
I thought it
spaghetti.
was-
Or raviolis?
It's some kind of pasta. I'm pretty sure it's pasta.
It's like a tomato noodle dish.
So cringy.
So she was opening the can. She took out the pasta. She took like mud, like dirt and water, mixed it all together. She cut the crotch of her jeans. She shoved the pasta with mud up her crotch. And then she peed. And everybody clapped.
Yep.
What? Is that...
Yeah,
I've got a couple of things to say about this. Did you guys ever hear about that story? There was a guy who he was in like an art gallery and he dropped his glasses on the floor. And loads of people crowded around the glasses because they thought it was a piece of art. And they started taking pictures of these glasses on the floor because they thought it was just one of the art projects. Or because the guy dropped his glasses on the
That was
floor.
this week, wasn't it? That was this week, or very, very recently.
I think so, yeah.
But somebody mentioned
just heard about
something
today,
interesting
anyway.
though. It could be fake. I don't know if it's fake or what, but there's two pictures, right? One picture is taking a picture of the people taking a picture of the glass. The other one is the actual picture of the glasses from the perspective of the people taking it. You get what I mean? So there's two different pictures. The floor panels on both pictures are different. Like one is like horizontal, the other is vertical. So I'm not sure. Somebody
An
pointed it
encore
out.
performance.
So I'm not sure what that means.
I mean,
Maybe they were polarized floor tiles.
is those types of fucking dickheads who go to art galleries and look at a painting of it's all black with one red stripe and they go, that represents inequality
Americans.
in our today's society. No, it's fucking not. It's a black background with a red stripe on it. It means
I was
nothing.
watching Tim Minchin give a graduation speech at some college, and he's like, "Yeah, art degrees are great. They teach you how to see meaning where there is none.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no in there. Don't look for it. It's not there. You can make it up if you want, but there's no meaning there."
Yeah.
It's just
Who said
stupid. No,
Tim Minchin.
He's an Australian comedian. Very good. He does a lot of songs. His songs are brilliant.
I think my favorite's Storm.
Mine's Prejudice.
Ginger?
Yeah,
Oh,
Prejudice.
Prejudice.
That is the ginger one, but it's called Prejudice.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Got it. It's a good one.
You can call me matchstick or tampon. Oh
So
God!
I don't know how we started talking about politics and race and
Yeah,
shit.
let's start wrapping up.
I heard someone in school call a ginger kid that once.
A
They
tampon?
call-
Terrible.
Yeah, they call him tampon. That is
Only boys get it. Girls can get away
horrible.
with it. I mean, can get away with being ginger. Boys can't get away with being ginger.
yeah. They can't. They get wrecked for it. Is that a big
They
thing in
get
America
wrecked.
as well?
I don't think it's as big as it is in the UK.
In
but
the
it's
UK,
a bit
it's
of a thing.
big in the UK. Ginger
Yeah, I
kids
don't
get
think it's anywhere
wrecked
near.
in England.
I imagine you also probably have more than we do. But I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, because we're very pale. There's a lot of Scottish people
Yeah.
are ginger.
Right. Scottish and Irish.
So yeah,
Maybe not Irish.
I have one more piece of news, and then we can wrap it up.
Okay.
So,
Hockey.
No Man's Sky was delayed, and the developers got death threats because apparently, if you kill the developers,
reporters
the
and
game
the
will come out
developers
faster.
got right, that's how that works.
No, it might actually get canceled, period.
It doesn't even look that interesting.
Fan bases are the worst.
I actually wrote a very, I think, pretty dark satire piece on this, that we actually do need dev threats to developers to make them work faster. So,
oh gosh, that's pretty funny.
So yeah, check it out on playonultra.com.
Keep them coming, boys, or else the game's never gonna get done. See?
So yeah, I don't understand the people and the reporters. Kotaku ran this story.
Right, I read the Kotaku article.
Ran this story before anyone
broke it,
else,
essentially.
And they got death threats because of the report.
That's funny. That's okay. I don't like Kotaku.
Like, he pointed to one message he got specifically where the person who wrote it is like, "This game is all I live for. How dare you?" It's like, these people are just, they're fanatics. They're zealots.
How do you know this game is all you live for? The game is not out yet.
It's not even out yet. It's insane.
You can't have a community around a game that's not out.
I mean, it looks okay. I don't get.
I hope it's good because there's so much hype. I hope it's good.
I don't think it's gonna.
I've heard of the depressing lack of features.
Yeah,
I wonder why.
Each planet only has one biome. Like, there's just a lot of, I don't know.
What is the point of the game? I never really found.
It's gonna be Spore. It's exploration.
Yeah.
Discovery. Yeah. I don't think you can level up or.
So what's the but what's the
stuff? I guess.
But what's the point?
There's no crafting.
Exploration.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Reaching the center of the universe or something.
It's kind of zen, I guess. I don't know.
It's just one of those games where you turn off your mind.
We don't know a lot, and there's a lot of hype.
That's the thing, we don't know
the
much.
ratio of hype to knowledge is one of the largest I've ever seen.
I mean, it looks beautiful. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I was stoked for it when I first saw that trailer years ago. So before I forget, my quick news story, we don't even have to talk about it. I was just going to mention Valve's Steam machines kind of looking dead.
Oh, right.
We got a number. They have sold 500,000 Steam controllers since November, and that includes the controllers sold with Steam Machine units. So less than 500,000 Steam Machine units have been sold. To put this in context,
Steam controllers.
What was it? Yeah, kind of. What was it? 500,000? No, it was like, because I think like Xbox sold like 700,000 on day one or something like that.
Won't surprise
where
me.
am I seeing the number?
Xbox controller is the best PC controller.
Yeah, because you just plug it in.
I need to get mine.
Yeah.
I need to get a new one.
I'll probably get that if my PS3 controller dies.
It's good. It's so easy.
Which one do you prefer, the Xbox 360
Oh,
or
it
Xbox
was-
One?
Yes.
One.
It was 1 million consoles on the first day. Xbox One and PS4 sold over 1 million each on the first day of their respective markets.
The Steam machines are very confusing. There's so many different ones, so many different brands.
Just
People
build a
don't know what they
computer.
should buy. And it is still a PC. Like, you can't play all the games. Because running Linux, if it doesn't have a Linux version, you can't play it. If the one that you buy is not powerful enough, you can't play it. So it's...
Just build a PC and then get a Steam Link
And,
play on your TV.
Quickly, I had a quick news story about Overwatch, or the
play on the
hacking.
game.
Oh no, all the hacking
Hacking.
is
Oh.
coming out of the woodwork. 20.
yeah.
What was it? 25,000 accounts? Did you say? Had
No,
been
it was 1,500 Chinese accounts
1,500,
have
sorry.
been banned.
Permanent ban,
Yeah.
right?
It's a permanent ban for life. Yes.
Permanent ban. But
No
here's the
second
thing.
chances. That's nice.
They think they're being smart because they're buying the game again. But as soon as they buy it, like as the transaction goes, it's already banned.
But do they
Yeah.
take the money?
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, good. Fucking hacking piece of shit.
So I don't want to sound too racist, but why is it always the Chinese always hacking games so much? Is it because the games
Racist
over there are so
motherfucker.
cheap?
No, it's not. It's
Like,
because because it's a huge market over there to
Cheat?
like farm stuff and hack stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Actually, I'm reading a very good fiction book right now called Raimd, like read me but letters swapped, and it's about this MMO that's kind of been optimized for farming. So the Chinese farmers can kind of like fuel the Western old guy gamers who have more money than time, and the Chinese farmers have more time than money, kind of thing. So it's like a symbiotic relationship. It's kind of interesting.
It's just when I played H1Z1, like all the bands were Chinese people, and it's just like, and when you run into like one of them in H1Z1, there's like 30 of them on a team together. Like it's just, I don't know, it just feels like They're very big and
Except
different.
that they go to coffee or internet bars.
I would also like to say, I'd like to bring up this point. Let's say you cheat in CS:GO or LoL. Why would you cheat in CS:GO or LoL? What is the end goal?
To feel good.
No, but what is the end goal?
I don't know.
What's the what?
It's to get a higher rank, right? It's usually.
Oh, is it?
Well, usually a lot of hacking takes place in ranked games.
In ranked.
Because people.
I see.
But there are those that do it just to troll, right?
Yeah, but not as. I wouldn't imagine
Totally.
as many.
Not as many,
And
but
there's,
I think it's
The ratio.
the rank, yeah.
It's still high. But then now.
Children.
But at the minute, there's no rank in Overwatch. So why. What reason is there to hack? I don't understand.
And let's be honest, Overwatch isn't a hard game. I'm not saying like anyone could be good at it, but it's a game that I literally picked up on the beta and it was like, okay, I'm decent. I'm not like the best. Anyone could be good at that game.
I don't think these people want to be. I don't think these people hack to be good at it.
If you want to cheat, I mean, it feels like if you're cheating, you might as well just play bots because you're obviously gonna win. Unless you're a really bad cheater. I've seen cheaters actually lose, which is even funnier.
Yeah, so have I. I mean, I think it's the thing that Overwatch's difficulty is derived from the people you play against. It's really simple as that.
Yeah.
The mechanics aren't so hard.
And here's
it
the
just
thing.
comes down to whether they're better than you.
It happened with H1Z1 as well. All the people who bought these third-party programs to cheat, they never even used it maliciously. Some people buy those programs because they don't want to be killed by the cheaters. Like in H1Z1, there was a thing where like you could see everyone across the world. Like you know, they have those little green hitboxes of like where players are. Well, people would use those to see where the cheaters are when they're flying all around the world. And they wouldn't use it against other players, but they would use it so that they can stay away from the cheaters.
You see, that was a common thing in CSGO as well. Loads of people said that they only downloaded wall hacks and they only turned them on if they suspected someone else was wall hacking.
Exactly, and then they would report them for.
But I don't think that's okay still.
No, I don't think so either.
Agree.
It's like a double-edged sword. You're gonna get fucked over, obviously, and it's not worth it. And it's Overwatch, man. It's not a hard game. It's just for fun.
It's fun. It's just a fun game. What happened to
you
having
win
fun?
some, you lose some. You're at a fucking overtime for like 5 minutes. It's all fun and game. Like holy shit, people.
What happened to having fun? Because I've got this question with League of Legends as well. I was saying this the other week. The reason I stopped playing League of Legends fully now is because Earth isn't fun anymore. Earth isn't fun anymore. When you get to that point, Jesus Christ, something's going wrong. And Riot released a statement the other day saying they're flat out only concentrating on high elo players in terms of balances and changes to the game. But they literally said
capitalism.
But we all knew that was the case. We all knew that was the case in our hearts. But they've literally just flat out said that they don't give a fuck about low elo players.
It's because there's so many of them. And they don't fucking care. They just want to cater to the prestige type players.
I guess. Whatever.
Overwatch cheating is not worth it. You're going to get a permaban, and if you buy the game, you're just going to lose money, and Blizzard's going to get it for free. So don't buy it if you're going to cheat.
Yeah, pretty much. So we reached the end. Anything else, guys?
No.
Or girls, if you guys identify or whatever. Werewolves, whatever.
Today
I'm
I think
super smart color of blue.
Today I think I'm a woman today. Maybe tomorrow I'm a man because I'm gender fluid. You see, I don't know. I'll just maybe it might be a surprise tomorrow morning. We'll see, won't we?
Like Ranma.
Yeah, maybe I would both. Fuck it, why not?
It could be whatever you want, even a potato.
Is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie out?
Not yet.
I'm not sure.
I think it's out today.
Is it
Pretty
today?
close, right?
I really don't want to see that movie.
I do.
I don't want to see
I'm
it
not
too,
gonna go
but
see it.
It has Rocksteady. It has.
I do like Rocksteady and Bebop and Casey Jones.
Exactly.
Casey Jones.
I will see it as soon as it goes on Netflix.
Oof.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
Like I did the last one.
It got a 6.5 on IMDb, 37%
that is
on
far
Rotten
higher
Tomatoes, and 38
than
on
I would
Metacritic.
guess. That is far higher than I would guess.
Yeah.
Still, even 38 is higher than I would have guessed.
It seems the platinum game of the TMNT is very bad.
Really? The same actors as Bayonetta.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, I never really liked the Transformers one. I mean, it's okay.
It's not bad. It's just a nostalgia trip.
But their last couple haven't been great. Like the Korra one was kind of lackluster as well.
My favorite games was like Bayonetta.
Bayonetta's
Platinum
the best.
Korra Avatar game. Korra.
It was the Legend of Korra game.
Yeah, by Platinum.
It was shit though, so don't get excited.
Oh, okay.
The gameplay was okay. The problem is, it has that usual game trope of in the beginning you get all your powers and then you're gonna lose it all and you have to.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
First 2/3 suck.
Yeah, it's a tease.
So yeah, this has been the playonultra podcast. Where can the people find you, gender fluid people, on the internet?
Twitch.tv/Kai12. That's basically it.
YouTube.com/c/Foehamner.
And then obviously me, YouTube.
This is the most this is the most autistic end to a fucking podcast I've ever heard in my life.
Oh no!
I was just doing it the way you did it, like super low key and depressed.
Weren't we supposed to try something at the end?
Yes, 20 questions.
Yes.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time we're gonna do this. We're gonna end the podcast with a 20-question game, video game edition. So this time I'll be the one holding the answer. And the three of you have to guess. You can only ask me questions that I can answer yes or no.
Is it 20 questions each or 20 questions altogether?
20 questions
all together.
Total.
Everyone.
Total.
What's the point if it's each?
So I think the first thing we should do, narrow down the system. I don't know. We could ask for a release year within the last 20 years kind of thing. I don't know. Could be any game on anything. Any video game.
What genre? But there's too many genres to go through.
Yes or no?
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna assume it's a game he's played. We could ask him what kind of controller he used. Did you use a mouse and keyboard? Did you use it?
Alright, you go first, Phil. Go on, Phil.
Okay, did you use a mouse and keyboard to play this game?
No.
So maybe he didn't even play it at all. He just didn't play the game.
It's a controller.
Was it released in the last 5 years?
No.
Good one. Okay.
Oh shit, this is gonna be difficult.
So we have 18 game guesses. Let's see. What's the correct Bandicoot? I'm joking. Was it a game where you played as a vehicle?
No. What game is
Okay.
that?
I mean, like a racing game or a car fighting game, like Twisted Metal. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I love Twisted Metal.
No.
Was it released in the 2000s?
What do you mean by 2000s? Define 2000s.
2000 or
2000
more recent.
Yes.
Right. We have narrowed it slightly.
Was the game also? Is the game multiplayer?
No.
Okay, so
Was it on the PS3?
Wait.
On the what?
PS3.
PS3.
Technically, no.
So you could not purchase it. What you're saying by that is you could not purchase this game on the PS3.
You can purchase it on the PS3.
Well, I don't get the answer then.
That means it must be only digital?
You can purchase it on the PS3. If you're gonna ask me that, then yes, you can purchase it on the PS3.
But how can it be no?
Did you think he was asking if you played it on the PS3?
No, he said if it was released on the PS3, right?
Better.
Yeah, that's what he asked.
So technically, not really.
No, but if it was released on multiple consoles, that technically still is a yes.
Okay, let me rephrase that question.
But what if it was released on the PS2 before the PS3 came out?
Oh,
when the PS3 came out.
Here we go.
It was
My eyebrows do not indicate anything.
So it was a PS2 game.
Is it a HD remake?
Is that a question or what? Is that a question?
Yeah.
No.
What
Yeah.
was it? Say again.
Yeah. Was it released on the PS2?
Yes.
Right, so we need to look at games. So we need to,
I pulled up a list.
We need to look at games.
Don't Google stuff. You can Google
we
stuff.
Can Google. Of course we can. We can Google stuff.
Shar, you didn't
Shadow
answer my
of the
question.
Colossus, Kingdom Hearts, Resident Evil.
Shar, is it an HD remake?
Is there an HD remake of it, or was it an HD remake when you? Okay.
Because the thing is, you say we can't use Google, but we might not know this game, so we literally can't. This might be a game that none of us know or have played. It could
unless
be the
goal is for us. Unless the goal is for you to pick a game we're never gonna guess, in which case we can't use Google, then we're never gonna get it.
I have got a list of games up that are PS2 games that are compatible on the PS2.
By the way, each guess, each answer is one try.
Oh yeah,
right.
Obviously.
So how many have we used so far?
So we've got 12 left.
So we've got 12
left. Yeah.
Let's just get 12 games. Let's narrow it into 12 games.
Wait.
We could start doing genre.
Well,
now,
there was a HD remake.
Yes.
PS2 HD remakes on PS3. No, PS2 HD remakes. Fuck it. Let's go with that. Why not? Let's treat ourselves.
I bet it was a.
Right. I'm gonna guess.
It probably wasn't.
I'm gonna guess.
Metal Gear Solid. Probably Final Fantasy.
Is it Final Fantasy 10-2?
Oh no.
Fuck. Because that was a
It was obviously Final
PS2,
Fantasy
and
7.
it wasn't technically released on the PS3. Fuck. What
Good,
fuck
it's
you,
a good
Shar?
one, though. It's a good try. It's a good try.
Wait, was Resident Evil 4? Wait. Google's telling me that Resident Evil 4 was on the PlayStation 2, but the picture it's showing me is clearly a GameCube.
Ask me more questions. Don't ask Google.
It was on
Fuck it out.
I can't think of any more.
Genres.
Good ones that aren't just like.
Was it an action adventure?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So it's an action adventure.
I guess you can call it that. Yeah.
Right. I'm. You see, we've got 10 left.
Yep.
Was it made by Team Ico?
Yes.
Oh, was it Shadow of the Colossus?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hooray! I didn't think there was an HD remake of that. Awesome.
Yeah, there was.
On the PS3.
There was one that was ported to the PS3.
So technically, it did not release on the PS3, but there is a copy on
Oh,
the PS3.
right, okay. I see what you meant.
That's
I thought
right.
you
I
meant
see.
it was like released on multiple consoles, so I thought you meant no.
Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus by Team Ico. Fucking amazing game.
That's
It
awesome.
was a great game.
Yeah.
It was a great game. So who's got
Only it
next
was
week?
released on the PC.
Who's got next
Up to you
week?
guys.
Can't go.
wants
Wants it. Fuck it, I'll take it then. I'll take
Alright.
it.
Alright.
Do it. Do it.
I'm gonna spend the next week coming up with the most obscure game known to mankind.
Yeah. Something on a console that like it was like a one game console.
Like a Jaguar or something. Fucking hell.
It was only an arcade
Oh
cabinet.
god, only on the Jag. Oh no, that's not
At least
something
choose
I'd
something
ever play.
semi-popular at least.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. Like when I do it, I'm gonna try and pick a game that it takes hopefully between 10 and 20 guesses. I want you to get it.
I have a
between 10
feeling
and 20 guesses.
Foe's game is gonna be very hard to guess. Out of all of us.
No, I'm gonna pick a game that you had to pay money for, like it was on the market, not just like some game jam like thing.
Alright, fair enough.
Although I have a good candidate if I was gonna do that. Was it a Flash game? Yes.
Jesus.
Oh, and you can find me on YouTube and Pupunoob. That's the male version, and you can find the female version on Twitter, Pupunoob. Right. So yeah, that's been episode 52 of the playonultra podcast. We've been doing this for 1 year, and we don't even know why.
Yep.
So yeah, thank you very much for watching and listening, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.